Huzzah, we're back. Nobody make fun of the dress. Look, I'm here to do white mage things, so I figured I better dress the part. I will never be wearing this again. Nah, I'm just not a big fan of the long robe mage look in general. But I did grab a couple of pieces. I think I grabbed the top and the boots for the 89 set, if I recall. Yeah, the top and the boots for the 89 set. Now I can toss these. Yeah, because you can't, like, break them down or anything. I just needed them for glam. Anyway, we are here, and we are going to finish up all of the healer quests so that I have all the special skills. Again, I don't even know what the special one that I'm missing is for this. Plenary Indulgence. Confession. Upon receiving, cast by self, triggers an additional healing effect. Wait. For 10 seconds or for the next time? Upon receiving HP recovery, confession triggers an additional effect. I don't know if that means for 10 seconds every heal I cast gets an extra cure on top of it, or if that's just for like the next heal that I cast gets that. Either way, 10 seconds isn't a lot. I can only get off a handful of heals in that time. That could be useful though. Somewhat like Sinistry, but almost actually useful. Somewhat like Sinistry, but a bit useful, because you don't have to target the person, you don't have to select them, and it's not single target in general. It seems like anybody can get it, right? AoE? Self and nearby party. Yeah, it's an AoE Sinistry is all it is. Okay. Makes sense. Much better than Sinistry. I friggin' almost never use that skill. Alright. Let's get into this and let's see what they've got for me. As the only non-Bajal, whatever. Unease in the East End. Thought you might come. I shouldn't have wait. You sensed it, yes? The agitation of the elementals. I suggest you present yourself to Brother Sumiyan at Stillglade Fane. He will no doubt welcome your assistance in identifying the origin of this disturbance. Huzzah! All that should go back to Gridania. But then these ones are pretty much always out here. Ever since you started, like, White Mage, these things are always way out here. Conjure, conjure, conjure. There it is. Time for the long run. I also changed out the minion for the unicorn, the tiny, tiny, tiny little unicorn. And I even put the unicorn mount on, too, just in case. I went hard on the whole white mage thing today. Asha, how fortuitous. Sister Ryo Senna directed you to the guild. Glad am I that she did. As I'm sure you have felt yourself, the elementals are in an uproar. Whilst I would soon depart on my investigation, the forest disquiet appears to stem from lands that cannot be approached in blind haste. I speak of East End, the very edge of the Twelves Wood. Long has this border betwixt Yerbania and our nation been held by the forces of the Garlean Empire. The Alliance did recently take control of Baelsar's Wall, thus commands the fortifications in the East End, but the stability of the region is yet tenuous at best. It would be a far more certain venture were I to have you at my side. Are you willing to make the journey? Sure, why not? We need to delay no longer. Let's make our preparations to begin our trek from Camp 9 Ivies. This will be interesting to see where they're going with this one. Like everything for the White Mage always starts with like, there's a disturbance with the elementals and it's in the 12's wood, and I mean that's basically what the White Mages take care of. Not really surprising. Thank you for coming. I arrived some moments earlier and bent my ear to the forest whispering. Although here it might be better described as a keening. No doubt that we are nearer to the source. I'm also certain that we are not alone. Come out. You cannot hide your presence from me. Oh God. Great. Here we go. Sylphie. I mean, at least she hopefully won't be as terrible as she was originally, because she did grow in the last quest we went on. Should have known you would sense me. Your early failures to attend lessons gave me ample practice at finding those who did not wish to be found. Now, am I to assume that you too have been brought here by the plight of the elementals? Yes, Guildmaster. Sorry for leaving without permission. I just had to know what was causing all the commotion. You return to Stillgladefane. Leave this investigation to Asher and me. Such is the danger inherent in the task that even I felt compelled to request assistance. Please, Guildmaster, let me help. Never have I heard of the voices of the elementals so clearly before. They want to tell me something, I just know it. And it is that very something that I, as Guildmaster, am charged to discover. You, as an acolyte, are neglecting your duties back at the guild. But how can I ignore their pleas? I feel their unease like chains tightening around my chest. Isn't it my duty as a conjurer to protect the forest? Their unease. You truly sense this emotion from the river of their susurrations. And you truly wish to return the forest to tranquility. I swear by the matron herself. I only want to put into practice the lessons you've taught me. I wonder if she's going to become a white mage. Noble purpose. But if I were to permit this, you must promise to weigh the consequences of your actions before you commit them. You would not see a repeat of previous incidents. Then I can come? Promise I'll be careful. I'll be sure to ask for Ash's help the moment I need it. Thanks. Great. Just nominate me to be in charge of you. Say that you do. It is past time we brave the borderlands of Gerbania. We can travel as far as Amarase Spire. Then a serpent officer will guide us through the ruins of the castrum from there. Man, I think I'm a little more dressed up than I really need to be for this. Oh well. Oh man. Diable? Yes, it is. Actually, it dies pretty well. Huh. Not bad. So we head to East End, the more certain I am we're moving in the right direction. This location of disturbance yet eludes me, however. Oh, Oh, hey, Baron. Hey, Baron. I figured I'll finish out my healers today. Hi, I'm not new here. Oh my god. It's amazing. Baron's been here before. I never could have guessed. What a surprise. 1 year sub Baron has been here before. Even from the elementals themselves, I sense only confusion. The other is not for it, but to conduct a more conventional search. I'll head southeast. Southeast, see what might be found directly south. Southwest is yours, Ashran. Okay, then. Huh. Let's see what the elementals are screaming about way out here. I figured it'll be nice to have, like, all of my healers fully, like, kitted out. With all their skills and everything. That way, if I need to flex into any of them, I can. I'm, like, 99% certain I'll never flex into Scholar, because why would I? If someone wants a shield healer, I'll just go Sage. I prefer it anyway. Maybe I'll play Scholar for a little bit of exposure every so often. But at least I'll be able to flex to either Astra or White Mage, because, sometimes you just want to turn off your brain. And I don't want to play Yu-Gi-Oh! I don't really like trading card games anyway. So, having that last skill as White Mage might be useful. What are you doing? Come here this instant. Never, please. Usher, what befalls? I felt a surge of panic coming from this direction. Whatever it was, I feel nothing new. Did you see anything? Yeah, a kid and a woman, and then they ran off. Child, out here. By her description, the mother may be a hunter, but curious as to her choice of hunting ground. Could it be their fear which has the elementals so upset? In any case, it seems the answer to that is run off into the brush. Let's return to Castrum Oriens for the present. Learn more of East End's inhabitants.
E. It's in the E.
It's in the E. It's in the E. It's in the E. Honestly, the thing that comes from, like, it's in the game, all that, is so much more nonsense when you realize that in most of EA's latest games, for, like, a decade now, shit's not in the game. They keep ripping shit out of the games to sell it to you later. This gentleman is an officer stationed at the castrum. May I have people know more of the mother and child you spotted? You believe these folk were living in the forest? I was under the impression that the East End settlement was empty. You suspect a connection to whatever is disturbing the harmony of the Twelve's Wood. Might you spare some of you soldiers to investigate the possibility? Ordinarily, I'd be overjoyed to aid in your investigation, but I fear our duties on the border demand our full attention. My most sincere apologies, Master Pajal. It's okay, just throw me at it. Everyone else does. How inconvenient. This matter is far from resolved, and I have already been overlong in returning to Stillglade Fae. Let me handle it, Guildmaster. You'd have me entrust this task to an acolyte. You matured much in the art, it's true, but I can hardly... The elementals are suffering. Someone has to help them. I'm sure Ash can lend a hand, if I need it. And so you, Ashran. I only intended to involve you in this initial foray. But might I ask you to see the matter through to its conclusion? Yeah, sure, why not? Like I said, I need this skill anyway. Thanks. I see hardships ahead, but also an opportunity for new discoveries. Look in on Sylphie's progress even as you continue your own studies. As for you, Sylphie, I expect you to make regular reports on your findings. May the matron watch over you both. Alright, Sylphie, what do you got for me? Aura for trouble. Great. Yes. It's nice of you to worry, but I've been perfectly safe. I asked the soldiers at the wall if I could accompany them on their patrols instead of wandering about on my own. And a few times I thought I sensed something. The briefest of flickers, but the scouts had their mission. I couldn't risk getting separated from them to confirm my suspicions. I need to check one area in particular. Some distance away from the patrol route. You think you could come with me? Here, I'll mark this spot on your map, and we can meet there when you're ready. Like, she just said she couldn't risk getting separated from the soldiers, and now she's gonna walk away, get separated from me for the entire distance, and meet me there. Let's hope she doesn't get attacked on the way. Oh, this is... Yeah, this is the area that got taken out. Yeah, Bittermill. The area that got taken out by the poison, by the whatever horrible, horrible ether disease thing that the Garleans created. This is the place. Black Rose, I think it was called. Okay, that's a very strange child, just emanating an aura. Do you feel that? The source must be nearby. And you sure it's the same child? I don't know what's going on here, but her aura is blinding. Come on, we have to follow her. I kind of love that Sophie is still wearing, like, some basic-ass, maybe level 5 or level 10 conjurer stuff. Here we are dealing with, like, level 60 quests. Hopefully that equipment works out for you. There we go. I almost never want to use Holy unless I'm also using Presence of Mind. It just takes forever to cast. Stay away from me! Mama, where are you? I think you must have been terrified. Don't worry, we'll get you back to your mother. I'm not supposed to talk to strangers. Mama says they'll take me away and lock me in a cage. Is that what she says? Well, I'm Sophie and this is Ash. Now you know our names, why don't you tell us yours? Then we won't be strangers anymore, right? My name's Gaddy. You don't feel icky like the bad things. I hope that means we can be friends. Come on, Gaddy. Let's go and find your mother. Do you know the way home? I don't have any friends. We live in the forest, just Mom and me. You hurt when those creatures attacked. Here, let me see. I'll mend that in no time. Watch, conjurer like me can heal all sorts of wounds. A conjurer? No, don't touch me! It's the search again. This time it's far more powerful. Gaddy, we have to leave. She's already gone. Shouldn't have turned your back. But she's gone. Did you see where she went? We barely took our eyes off her. How'd she manage to vanish so quickly? Learn the trick from a Moogle. Terrible. She's probably an elemental or some shit like that, dude. Which is why she's probably terrified of conjurers. The woman who's her mother, or we think is her mother, maybe is filling her head with a lot of shit about conjurers, like abusing her power or taking her away or something. No idea either, huh? She blinked out of sight just like she was a Moogle. The surge of power I felt is gone as well. I don't think it's a coincidence that it faded as soon as Gatti left. Whenever she panics, I feel her aura just kind of expand. I think the Void sense it too. I wager 3 afternoons of listening to hear Nolanel's lectures that the presence of those fiends is what's upsetting the elementals. Right then. It's time we return to Gridania and reported our findings to the Guildmaster. How about you return to Gridania, and I'll come back and talk to you on the next time you have a quest for me. Ah, damn it, I have to go all the way back. It's like, how about you do that? Not make me teleport all over the place constantly, and just come back and tell me later. Especially with also having to run in and out of the Conjurer's Guild constantly. Oh well. At least a single sprint will carry me most of the way. Or all the way, I suppose. I've had Sylphie's report. And you are both to be commended for pursuing the investigation in so dangerous an area. Judging by your description of Gatti's unusually potent aura, I'm inclined to agree with the theory that it is her energies that are attracting the Void Scent. If, as you suspect, the child lives alone with her mother, then it's unlikely she has been trained to control her power. Fear, panic, anger, any strong emotion might cause her ether to flare dramatically. To the ravenous creatures of the Void, the scent of such an outburst would be as the sweetest of nectar. So if Gatti were to learn to control, then the problem would be solved, wouldn't it? You've assumed much, but no little. Without understanding the exact nature of the girl's gifts, I hesitate to propose a solution. She said she lived in the forest. I'll head out with the serpent patrols again and see if I can't find her house. An idea. Ashram, pray continue lending Sylphie any support she might require. Come on, let's head back to the Castramorians and we can talk about what to do next. Or, hear me out, since I already know exactly what the hell you're gonna do next, I could just stay here with the Guildmaster and get the next quest from him. Water, 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 water. Oh god. That is pretty good, actually. To come in and water your favorite streamers and make sure they're not breaking their backs. Nice stuff. What have you been up to lately?
Try to loop it. I'm gonna die.
Spatial awareness. Someone's gotta make sure you take care of yourself.
He's going back into the hallway. At the front door. Going back out to the living room.
You're standing right
Back
next
into
to
the
him.
garage,
Okay
out the
then.
garage, going back down the hallway.
Wow, what a dangerous hunt that is.
I see Tomo's just
Coming
standing in the
back
kitchen.
up, going back into kids' room area. Going back out into the hallway. A hunch over. How the fuck?
That is
How
one
the
lazy
fuck do you
ghost.
live that?
Oh.
Oh my god.
I was ready to try to loop it around the corner and all that.
Oh.
That was a very lazy ghost. Good master's right. We need to learn more about Gaddy herself. I mean, how can a little girl like her have the kind of power that attracts void scent? First things first, I'll need to find where she lives. And then hopefully she and her mother will be willing to talk to us. You think we'll be facing more fiends before this is all over? You probably. Probably be practicing my spells. A beacon for bad things. Ash, I thought you might be along soon. As for Gaddy, I've spotted her more than a few times. She flees the moment she sees me. One thing I've learned, though, is that whenever the whispers lead, that's where Gaddy's about to be found. Since the four spirits are particularly agitated today, we should have no trouble tracking her down. Come with me to the place we lost her last time. We can start our search from there. Ooh, I wonder if this person's like just getting here. That'd be fun. Always nice to get into like a whole new expansion. And see what it has to offer you. I still think Gaddy's like... maybe an elemental, or maybe just a really strong conjurer. But I don't know, man. Although I think the elementals are like always spirits, so probably couldn't take human form. Although I don't know about that. It's terribly faint, but I sensed a thread of unease leading away from here. Come on, it's this way. Oh, I can just run that. Up here? Yep, there we go. What do we got? What we need to find is the mother. Because, like, she's filled this kid's head with a bunch of bullshit as far as I can tell, so... When you're around, I find I can hear the voices of the elementals more clearly. I suppose it's easier to be tranquil when you have a veteran white... You knew that. Yeah. A veteran white mage at your side. Let's move on, shall we? Yes, hopefully this mother is just, like, stupid and doesn't want to lose her kid or something. And is not, like, using the child. And trying to warp her. Ah, parents. Full of dumb shit. Dumb, spiteful shit to fill their kids with from birth. You want to see something that has me excited? What is it, Sev? Serpent scouts don't often venture into this area. I suppose there aren't a lot of Imperial troops wandering around in the muck. Connecting to Diablo 4. Is this yours? Did you set it up so you could have like a just chatting thing? Like Diablo themed, like just chatting screen or whatever? An actual chatting scene. Yeah. I still don't really have one. I have one I pulled from like some creator on Twitter that was offering it up for free, but it's really not that great. And I basically never use it. Screen in the corner is actually capturing whatever game I'm playing. Oh, that's nice. Yeah. Yeah, that'd be a pretty good one. I like it. Oh, look, there's the mother. Or whatever she is. Now to get ISP to stabilize. God. Do you see her? I think that might be Getty's mother. Come on, let's go. Oh. Oh, level sync duty already. Are we gonna have to beat the shit out of her mom? That'll be fun. Careful, Ash. She seems awfully angry for some reason. I know why you're here. You'll not leave here. You'll not have her. Now, unless you want to sprout feathers, it's time for you to leave. Gaddy's mother, aren't you? We're not here to take her away. We're here to help her. Here we go. Not fall for your lies, Conjurer. Get away from us. No, no. The woman who's like on the cusp of dying hates conjurers. How fitting. Mama? No, Gaddy, they'll see you. I'm fine, it's just one of my turns. Ah, she's a Pajol. There you go. That answers that question. Gaddy, you're a Pajol? Mama, no, you can't. Oh god, here come the Void Scent. Yeah. Your kid needs to learn how to control herself, because if she doesn't, you're both gonna die to Void Scent. And that's not an if, that's a when. It's overwhelming. Yep. You take care of them, I'll take care of this. I'm just killing hundreds of monsters anyway. Just get them in the house. Void Scent have come to feed. We can't let them hurt her. Great. Keep the girl out in the middle of nowhere where she's easy prey for Void Scent, and then with you, who's sick and hates conjurers, and so just constantly gets sick. Can I please heal? Yes, good. Gaddy the Hornless? Really? That's what they're calling it? Oh man, they are ignoring the fuck out of me. Every single one of them is aggressively going for everyone else. I guess this is a healer thing. Fuck that. Every time you guys give me a healer frickin' mission with NPCs, it just shows how shitty your targeting system for NPCs is. Like, it's a healer thing. You're not supposed to be, like, taking the aggro. You're supposed to be healing them and protecting... Shut up. You can't protect NPCs. The best I could do is, like, focus target one of them, and maybe I'd be able to tell if her health was low. But since you won't let me put them in a party list, that's basically worthless being a healer in these sorts of duties. At least I was able to grab these guys aggro. Jesus Christ, they hit hard. I guess that's why you're supposed to take them out when they're still planar fissures. Ta-da! Speed up my spells and just hit them hard. I'm not gonna get the big one in time, that's for damn sure. I might be able to take out these little ones before they go off. There we go. Big one's coming through, though. Hey, jackass, over here. Don't look at them, look at me. Good job. Oh, thank God she finally passed out. Like, thank God she finally passed out. Because that was just gonna be a pain in the ass. Gaddy's fine, just exhausted from expelling so much ether. She'll wake up after she's had a chance to rest. Speaking of which, you should be resting too. Your heart's in bad shape, isn't it? Managed to calm the attack, but the condition itself is beyond my art to heal. Grows worse by the day. Grateful for all you've done today, Conjura, but naught has changed. My daughter stays with me. Just leave us. Your daughter is a goddamn candy bar to every void sent within 1,000 yalms. You're dead if she doesn't learn to control her powers. End of story. I'm not here to debate, like, take her away or leave her with her mother, but she needs to be trained either way. Listen to me. We did not come to whisk away your child. If we'd wanted to, we could have taken her while you lay senseless. We came to learn what was upsetting the elementals and what could be done to ease their disquiet. It seems the answer lies in stopping the void scent from coming after Gaddy. You truly stopped those monsters from hunting her. The worse my illness becomes, the more often they come sniffing about. No shit. Your daughter is freaking out. Of course they're coming after you more and more when you get sicker and sicker. Creatures of nightmares they are. Their greedy eyes and grasping claws. We'll help you in any way we can. I'm Sophie and this is Ashran. Please tell us more about Gaddy and these monsters. No. You Gridanian charlatans are not to be trusted. You saved us this time, it's true, but if you don't go now, the whisper of my bow will be the last thing you'll ever hear. I'm gonna crack this woman over the skull with my freaking cane until she shuts the hell up. Like, just keep smacking her with my cane until she shuts up, tells me what her problem with Gridania is, and stops acting like an idiot. Begging you, promise not to say a thing to the guild. We swear by the matron herself, right, Ash? Yeah, sure, why not? If it'll get her to open the fuck up and stop being an idiot, then maybe. Conjurers I've met before were arrogant, condescending. You, on the other hand, seem far more sincere. I'll take you at your word for now. What the fuck conjurers are you even talking about? My name is Sansha. It was 12 years ago that I fled Gridania with my infant child. She was born a Pajal. You know what that means. She was chosen by fate, destined to convey the elemental's will to the people of Gridania. The conjurers would have snatched her from my arms and taught her to be a servant of the forest spirits. By Gridanian law, they were well within their rights to do so. My husband was dead and Gaddy was all I had left. Couldn't bear to let her go, so I fled. Imagine how that must have been, living out here in the wilds, raising a child by yourself. Well, I can understand the choice you made. Gaddy's lack of control over her Pajali power is putting you both in danger. Ether bleeds from her in a torrent whenever she's upset or afraid, drawing in the void scent again and again. I hate to say this, but there may come a day when you won't be able to stop them. Is there naught that can be done? We just want to live in peace. It's an idea. I'll stay with you and teach Gaddy to control her ether. That way I can continue your treatment and solve this problem with the void scent at the same time. All without telling the Conjurers Guild, of course. Okay, Gaddy. Use my conjurer to help your mother feel better. Would you like to learn some magic too? Really? You know magic that can help Mama? Can you teach me? Thank you, this means so much to us. We can talk more inside the house. Lock them inside. then return to Castrum Oriens. See you back there, Ash. Wonder how long this'll last. Also, I get, like, the Pajal that I know, which had to have been the same Pajal that were, like, all in power back when she had this child. Because neither of them looks very old, and these Pajal that I know are all, like, much older than they actually look, right? Like, they might have wanted to perhaps take Gaddy for training and stuff like that after she was born, but this idea of, like, all the Pajala that I ever met were all condescending, blah, 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 like they were gonna steal her child away from her against her will shit. I don't believe that for a second. Like, Kane Senna and Esumiyan were gonna rip her child out of her arms and take it. Yeah, sure, I buy that. Yeah, right, game. Sorry, I sort of took matters into my own hands there. I know it's a lot to ask, but can you please keep this a secret from the Guildmaster for the time being? Yeah, sure, I don't care. Yurash, I don't want the Guild to take Gaddy away from her mother. I've seen what happens when the girl gets upset. Besides, Sancha may not be long for this world. Gaddy should spend as much time with her as possible. Remember what it was like to lose a loved one. Please don't think emotion swayed my better judgment. This through, and I understand it won't be easy. That's why I need your help. Like, I don't buy for a second that either Asumiyan or Konesena acted the way this woman thought they acted or would act. I get they might have brought up the idea that Gaddy should be trained as a Pajal. I don't think they were like, give us the child! I'm glad to see you. I'm at my wit's end. Every day I've worked Condria upon Sancha, and she's drinking a potent herbal elixir I delivered from Gridania. But still her condition worsens. Watching her mother's health decline is not helping Gaddy to master her magics. Wits have been drawn by her untamed ether a few times now. Just barely managed to fight them off. I reached my limits, to be quite honest, and I think Gaddy would benefit from your calming presence. Will you come with me back to their cabin? Sure. Is there gonna be another fight? We gotta be pretty close. I assume this is the 68 quest. Because the last was 65, and that's usually the way they flow during these quest lines. So it's probably this and one more to finish it up, and then the 80 quest to, like, see where everyone is now. Probably be done with this one pretty quick. Seemed like the Scholar one took a lot longer than this, though. Although I will grant, I went on a horribly long tangent, deep delving into, like, Ether and Arcanima and stuff like that while I was doing the Scholar one for, like, half an hour. But still, it felt like it took longer than this. Oh, hey, Asumiyan. Brother Asumiyan has found us out, Ash. Sorry for dragging you into this. Did I not make myself sufficiently clear, Sophie? My permission was contingent upon your promise to refrain from rash and thoughtless action. Yes, Guildmaster, and I've done my best to fulfill that promise, I swear. I gave this matter a great deal of thought before deciding it was the best way for everyone. I will not doubt your sincerity, Acolyte, but imagine my surprise when I was informed of your request for an advanced elixir. No mention of such was included in your reports, thus did I come to investigate. Now I find you concealing the presence of a Pajal. Even from a distance, the nature of Gaddy's aura was unmistakable. A Pajali child without guidance is an exceedingly dangerous thing, Sophie. You know this. Her ether, wild and radiant, will grow even as she does, and so too shall the power of the fiends which gather to feed upon it. Should Gaddy draw the attention of a greater void scent, the entire region would suffer from its depredations. I've seen what happens. The worst episodes are when she's overcome by fear for her mother's health. It's so I judged it safer to keep them together. Sylvie, I'd almost forgotten this stubborn streak of yours. But I do recognize that responsibility for this situation falls not upon your shoulders alone. It's my failing as a guildmaster to have overlooked the birth of a Pajal in the first place. You take Gaddy back to Stillglade Fane now. Such was my intention. I followed the whispers through the forest. By the time I arrived here, the house was already laid empty. They may have mocked my approach. You mean they're not here? Sancha shouldn't be walking around with her condition. Her heart's too weak for that kind of exertion. And we must waste no time in tracking them down, not only for Sancha's well-being. Gaddy's concern for her mother could consume her at any moment. You know where they may have gone. If they meant to avoid us, then heading north to cross the shallows of the Veladina River would be their only choice. We should hurry. Huzzah, whatever. Like, the game is kind of like building up this big drama that I don't believe for a second. Like, I'm sorry, I just can't see Asumiyan as some horrible villain who's gonna rip a girl away from her mother kind of thing, right? And if the game does make him try to do that, then it's delusional to write his character that way for this story. And if it doesn't, then what's our conflict here, really? The mother is stupid? Okay, I get that. Like, it kind of feels like they backed themselves into a writing corner here, where they have to present characters that we've known for a long time and know very well what these characters are like as, like, something they're not. So they keep throwing idiots like this at me like they're a threat. I'm like 22 levels ahead of this quest. I think I can handle it. Yes, you're here. There were strange whispers coming from everywhere around the house. I got scared, so we ran away. You must be Gatti. Those whispers you heard were the voices of the elementals. We do not fear them, though it was wise to heed their warning. Your brother Sumiyan, what do you want with us? It is clear that you are well aware of my purpose here. I understand that you are disinclined to trust the words of a conjurer. But pray believe me when I say that neither Sylphie nor Ashram betrayed their promise to you. Simply put, Gaddy's ether has grown too strong to be concealed. I suggest we return to the house and discuss how best to resolve this quandary, a solution to which we might all agree. Alright, Mama, the angry whispers are quiet now. We can go home. Gaddy says it's alright, then I suppose we should go. Like, I've got a solution. Find a cure for her mother, if there is one. If there isn't, well, fuck that, I guess. We're all screwed then. And someone stays here to train her. Honestly, I don't know that Sylphie was the best choice, but her decision was a pretty good one. If it's really so important to you that this Pajal has to be trained to control herself, and you're not a complete piece of shit, then someone stay here and train her here, with her mother. Or take them both back to Gridania. Like, her mother seems to want nothing to do with it, but that's because she thought the Pajal were going to rip her child away from her. If she can live with her mother in Gridania and still be trained, then great. Like, there are 1,000 solutions to this that are not utterly horrible. So, what's the game gonna come up with? From what Gatti and her mother have told me, the girl has received no formal guidance in how to contain her ether. Gatti's Pajali instincts allow her to suppress her aura when calm, but that will become increasingly difficult as her power grows with age. Eventually, even the briefest onslaught of emotion, a surge of anger, a whisper of fear, will be enough to shatter her control. That's why I thought it best to teach Gatti here at home. Unlike other Pajals, she lived her whole life with her mother. Taking her away from Sancha now would be disastrous, and only too well the effect that such a separation can have on a child. Agree with me, don't you, Ash? Or do you think we should follow the letter of Gridania's... Always exceptions. Like, on my way back here for 30 seconds, I came up with 3 good ideas. Like, how is it so hard for you guys to come to any conclusion which isn't utterly destructive to everything? Like, took me 30 seconds to come up with a couple of good ideas. Side with Sylphie in this matter. Truth be told, I find myself in agreement. Gatti's upbringing is an extremely rare case amongst the Pajal. Seems that it may indeed be the lesser risk to allow the girl to remain with her mother. Does this mean... However, if we are to avoid an escalation of these attacks, I must insist that Gatti learn the intricacies of her power under the official supervision of the Conjurers Guild. Acolyte Sylphie, I hereby assign you the duty of overseeing the Pajal Gatti's formal education at this abode. See, it amounted to nothing. He came along and then just told Sylphie to keep doing what she was doing. Like... Huzzah, the game built up so much drama around characters that I knew were never going to be a bunch of drama. Status as a member of the guild should satisfy the demands of law and custom. Be sure to thank Ashton for his assistance. I would not have permitted this breach of tradition were you not accompanied by a white mage of such high standing. I'll let you down, Guildmaster, or the Conjurers Guild. Pray understand that this ruling comes with caveat. If Gatti does not show marked improvement within the time period I dictate, then I shall be forced to relocate her to Stillglade Fane. Thank you, Brother Asumi. This means so much to us. Gatti, I see you're a kind child who cares deeply for her mother, yet you must not lose yourself in another's life. Look within and master the magics which infuse you. Also, Pajal live, like... Is it forever, or is it just a long time? I can't remember whether Pajal have extremely lengthened lifespans, like 500 or 600 years, or if they just basically live forever unless they're killed. It's something like that, though. Either way, Pajal live much longer than here do, so it's great that you love your mother and all this, Gatti, but at some point, you are going to need to come to terms with the fact that even if we can cure your mother, even if we can give her another 50, 60 years of long and happy life, you're going to outlive her by like 5 times, 6 times. So, he's right. Don't lose yourself in another's life. You're going to have to come to terms with eventually parting from your mother. Because you're a Pajal, unfortunately. Look within and master the magics which infuse you. Show you are capable of controlling your own destiny and make your mother proud. Well, do anything to make Mama happy. I don't want to disappoint Sylphie or Ash either. Very well. I'll return to Gridania immediately and prepare an education manual for Sylphie. I'll see the Guildmaster on his way. If you need me, I'll be waiting outside. I still have so many other classes to do this on, too. Like, all of my classes are at least 80. Minus, you know, Blue Mage for obvious reasons. But all of my classes are up to a point where I could finish out their storylines. and I've only done it on maybe 6 or so of them, I think. So I am probably going to be doing a number of these over the next, like, weeks. So glad that Sancho and Gaddy can still live together. Thank you, Ash. Things might have gone very differently if I hadn't had you around to help. So we have to make sure that Gaddy learns to control her ether before too long. I only expect so much leniency from Brother Asumi. So we keep working away at our own studies as much as we can. Give Gaddy a good example to follow. Yeah, but this is only 68, so what's 70 then? It's like the whole story resolved, so what's left? What she always wanted. Plenary indulgence, huzzah, and a suit that I'm never gonna wear. Because the white and red just really isn't my thing. Plus it tends to all be long gowns and stuff. Come to look in on us, have you, Ash? Brother Asumi will also soon be here to gauge Gaddy's progress. Her studies have actually been going rather well. It's Sancho I'm worried about. Oh yeah, her mom's condition. Please don't say anything to Gaddy yet, but I fear her mother may be near her time. We suspended lessons for the moment and had the two of them spend every waking moment together. Treating Sancho's left me too exhausted to teach in any case. As for her medicine, another batch should have arrived at the castrum by now. I need to draw the spring water I used to dilute the dose. Would you mind picking up the delivery from the sutler for me? We'll meet back here. I love that I just keep teleporting back to Castramarian. This is basically like just enough distance that I'm like, nah, forget it, I'll teleport. It'll take me a good like a minute or two to fly back. No, I'll teleport. You come on young Sophie's behalf, have you? I've got a delivery right here. Rushed it through on the back of our swiftest chocobo. Seems a patient's in a bad way, eh? I'll say my own prayers to the matron and hope the medicine does the trick. I think I only used the unicorn like once or twice back when I first got it. I haven't touched it since. Although, like I said, White Mage is perhaps the class among healers that I touch the least anyway, so... not too surprising. Pay no mind to the unicorn that just barreled through here. Oh god, they've run away again. Sancho, Gaddy, please, no more hiding now. Oh, where could they have gone? Ash, thank you. If ever I needed your calming presence, it's now. Came back with the spring water to find Gaddy's hat upon the floor, and the two of them have vanished. Sancho could barely move. Where in Heidelin could they have gone? Yeah, they can't have gone too far. Great Gaddy's been doing wonderfully with her training, so there's no reason for them to run away. I think I might have it. I heard Sancho talking about a cave called the Comet's Tail. Now she wanted to visit it again before it was too late. I said we'd head straight there when she was well enough, but she may have convinced Gaddy to help her sneak out. Brother Asumi is likely on his way. I'll go and intercept him while you head to the cave. If you find them there, make sure Sancho takes her medicine. Oh, I'm gonna need to go up and over, and oh god, there's so many mountains in my way. How high can I go here? Can I reach it? Yes, I can. Huzzah, but I'm too far. Where's the entrance to this damn cave? Around here somewhere? Oh, it was down here the whole time. Great. lot of lightning crystals. Hey, look who's gotten into some bullshit again. There we go. Oh, level synced again, too. Huh. Alright. Let's see. Something tells me this remedy might not work. Because the way we get the biggest and strongest Void Sen is for her to be upset. So I think we're about to lose her mother. Mama, please don't leave me alone. The medicine working. Mama, open your eyes. Here we go. Okay, maybe she'll call a Void Scent and then her mother will end up being fine after the fact. Yeah, I'm losing control. So my fear. Feel the ground beneath my feet, a flow of wind and water. Nicely done, Gaddy. You've made remarkable progress since last we met. Ashra and Sophie, you've instructed her well. Don't worry, we'll look after you, Mama. Not bad. So then where's the actual fight for the duty, the sync duty come in then? It's so beautiful. Thank you for bringing me here one last time. See that, Mama? I'll learn Conjury, and let's do better. We can come here every day. Ashran, it's thanks to you and Sophie's efforts that Sanchez held on this long. But there are limits to the healing arts. Each life comes to an end, and even a conjurer cannot undo that which fate has ordained. Take heart, however, knowing that your care and attention is what has allowed these irreplaceable moments between mother and daughter. Precious girl, fill my days with love. Oh yeah, this is where it's gonna come from, the fight. Selfishness brought you pain. For that I'm truly sorry. Mama. My light, I pray you find such happiness as I have known. Thank you, all of you. Watch over her. And there goes the control. I promise, Mama. Not bad. Oh, but someone felt that. Oh. Oh, you son of a bitch. Oh, you're gonna pay for that. Very close. Seed my words, then. How long has this fiend lurked within Sancha, waiting this very moment? Basically devoured her mother from the inside to make her upset. Wonderful. Child dragging around your sick mother, you've killed her. Accept the evil you have done and atone with your very life. Okay, he's gonna die. Didn't I killed her? Can we, like, stop him talking right this second? I hate when the game does this to me. It's like, stand here and watch while horrible no, I won't, game. I refuse. The moment we find out a fiend was eating her mother from the inside and starts trying to make her feel guilty for her mother's death, I immediately attack. There's nothing that stops me doing that, game. Nothing. Like, forcing me to stand here and watch this bullshit is your choice, not mine. Blah, blah, fucking blah. Quick, knock the little girl unconscious and I'll go kill the fiend. Like, knock her out. Put her to sleep, I'll go kill the fiend. But sin is sunk and took into Nagati's spirit. We must destroy it ere her life force is drained away. Thanks, game. Thanks for forcing me to stand around and watch your dumb shit when I refuse to do so again. Like, game's got story to tell and it's gonna tell it whether you want it to or not. Fuck you. Just die, fiend. You two keep her alive, I'll kill. Jesus Christ. You know what? Can I stun him? No, of course you can't stun him. He's got people to kill, whether you want him to or not. God damn it. I have to deal with plantar fissures and him and healing her. Get hit, dumbass. Oh great, did Assize do nothing? Did Assize literally do nothing because they're still NPC companions rather than actual party members game? Thanks. So sick of your garbage, game. Come on. This whole fucking NPC companion thing is such crap. Dude, like half my abilities do zilch for them. Why? Oh, why do you have this bullshit NPC companion stuff on fucking healer quests? Like, most of my abilities are fucking worthless because they're NPC companions. Skip, skip, skip it all. Thanks, game. Like, everything I have to do, has to be targeted. I don't have a party list to help me see what's going on. All of my AoE heals do zilch for them. Most of my instant casts are worthless. Unless they're super, like, targeted skills. And see, he's just gonna instantly take Sylphie out no matter what I do. Fuck it. I'm just gonna use Assize to heal myself because it's worthless for them. Oh, god damn it. Fuck it, I'm gonna heal her up. Oh, is that actually gonna be enough to take out those plantar fissures before they spawn? Nope, not. Of course it's not. That would be too useful. Fuck it, I'll take out the little one first. So this big guy's gonna be the problem. I can get one more off before I have to. Oh, I don't even have to. He missed me with it somehow. Every time he still gets them. Nope, Gaddy's still getting hit. God damn it, I can't target her easily. I need to attack these ones. That first one might be enough to take it out on its own. No, it's not. It's still gonna spawn. I fucking hate these NPC companion things that they... In fact, they give them to healers more often than they give them to, like, any other class. Is like the absolute worst way to set up a healer duty is putting NPC companions in it, and yet because you're a healer for the storyline, they're the ones who almost always get NPC companions. Like, the worst, most untargetable, most unable to use all of your skills to help them in any way, and they constantly give them to you. It's like the most pathetic design to do that. Here, just take a Bene. Get the fuck up and protect her. I'll just keep Gaddy targeted. Looks like the others can go down as much as they want. It doesn't matter. God damn it, Camazotz. Get back here. Also, I've basically just been ignoring the frickin' like, voice acting I should be doing for these characters, because I'm just annoyed by this duty. All these healer duties just end up annoying me constantly. Oh, Size is hitting them. That's surprising. Anything that's like AoE for your party almost never works on them. I mean, I can keep just healing through this asshole, so bring it. There we go. Finally. Like, it is the go-to design for healer, like, sync duties. It's the go-to design for it. Because you're a healer, you're supposed to protect other people. So the go-to design for them is all of your sync duties are, here's a bunch of NPC allies, protect them, right? Which, lore-wise, story-wise, makes perfect sense. But when your system of working with NPC allies is such utter garbage, it is the worst possible way you could set those things up. Like, you have to have a better system for using NPC allies. If you're not going to create, like, a party list for them or something like that, then I don't know what to tell you, because it's the worst possible type of duty you could give a person. Is, here's 30 people. You don't know what any of their health levels are. You can't see what any debuffs on them are. Most of your abilities won't affect them. Like, go for it. Like, it is the absolute worst possible design that they could give. And they always give it to healers because it makes sense story-wise. They have to come up with a better system for dealing with NPC allies. Like, if they're not going to, then my answer to that is just stop giving us that duty then. Stop putting NPC allies in duties with us. It's tedious and very annoying unless you come up with a better system for us to manage them. My dad, it was as if I'd fallen into a deep, dark hole. My mind was full of screaming. Then I heard your voices from somewhere far away, calling me back. Mama's voice, too. So I knew she would always be at my side. Doesn't change the fact that a Void Zent basically murdered the shit out of her from the inside out for years, and there's nothing we can do about that now. Do my best to make her proud of me. The strength you've shown is already much which to be proud. Your ether is tranquil, calm. I see no need to enforce further training at the guild, though its doors are open to you nonetheless. Will you return with us to Gridania? I always thought Mama wanted to live alone with me, away from other people, so I tried to forget about wanting friends or traveling to other places. But now I think that what she really wanted was to let me find my own way. Thanks to Sophie's lessons, there's no need to hide in the forest anymore. I'll go to Gridania. I want to study more conjury. And learn to fight fiends as well as Ash. Great. Just don't get saddled with NPCs anymore. Because it sucks. So there's so much to learn from Sophie. We'll keep studying together, I promise. Although we both have far to go before we're meant for Ash. Well, Sophie. Making promises to study. It would seem that mentoring Gaddy has proven beneficial to you both. It's time we were on our way. We shall hold a memorial for Sancha, and see about setting you into your new life at Stillglade Fane. Oh, thank God they didn't force me to go way back and do a bunch of different nonsense and talk to 20 people to get this quest done. Which all awakens great restorative power within you. And now my crystal is done teaching me. Everything else I've learned up to 90, I guess, is me teaching the crystal. Alright, back to Ryo. I'll take a look at the outfit. I'm not going to wear it. I basically never wear any of the white mage outfits, but I'll take a look at it. Oh, actually, you know, of the white mage outfits, that's probably my favorite. It's not quite as aggressive. It's sort of a muted red. It's not as much like a dress like so many like wizard outfits are. It's kind of that, but it's almost more like a coat and like long coattails than like a full-length gown or whatever. That's not bad. Gloves I can leave. I have plenty. I have like 3 different pairs that look similar to that already. Pants I can leave. I can find something else that looks similar that could be worn by multiple classes. Not that it'll matter. Still thigh boots. I don't really love the thigh boot design. Antiquated aimer is not going to be a big deal. I'm already using the 89 weapon. This is not gonna... Not a bad look for a white mage, but not for me. And this, I have plenty of, like, circlets that I could use instead. It's a pretty interesting design. I do like it, but I have plenty of circlets already in my dresser that are not quite like that, but similar enough. I will keep the top. All the rest of this can go. There we go. Alright. Back to Ryo, which is Tranquil, Camp Tranquil. Time to see what they've got for me for an 80 quest, which I assume will be seeing all the characters again and like, yes, we're continuing our training, blah, 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 whatever nonsense. What's the Healing Springs? Oh. Ananara. Nostalgic mood. Ashran, how fare you in your studies of the white? Since your magics have grown even stronger since last we met. Speaking of old acquaintances, do you recall Alaka? The Aura girl responsible for the taint and its corruption. As a form of atonement, she's begun training in the art of conjury. Maybe you could stop by Stillglade Fane and look in on her for me. I'm sure she'd be glad of the visit. You might also come across Gaddy while you were in town. Considering her unorthodox upbringing, my fellow Pajal has been given leave to roam somewhat more freely than might otherwise be allowed. Do give my regards to her and Sophie, should you see them. Alaka. It's been forever since I even, like, touched that part of the story. All the taint and all that sort of stuff, right? Oh, man. Guess it'll be interesting to sort of catch up with everybody. There you are. Ashran, Raya Osena sent you here to see me. I thought as much. I did not imagine you would seek me out of your own accord, considering how I once wished you dead. But I promise I have changed. I'm doing as they ask of me, at least I am trying to. My attempts at curing spells are abysmal. I perform the exercises as the seeds here has taught me, but it would seem I am unsuited to the healing arts. Being an outsider, it is difficult for me to make friends here. Although there are 2 young ladies who do seem eager to include me in their chatter. Uh-huh. Agra, I didn't know you knew Ash. Are you two talking about your adventures? I want to hear about adventures. Oh, me too, me too. Can we stay and listen? I suppose, if Ashen doesn't mind. Great, what kind of tale will you tell? Okay then. I'm obviously going to be telling them about, wait, which one? Man across time and space to save the world and me. A woman who flew in the face of everything to save her beloved family. I'm having trouble thinking of which stories these are, because the 80 is almost always the role quests from Shadowbringers. But the healer role quest from Shadowbringers wasn't this. The healer role quest from Shadowbringers was the stone sickness and the dwarves and stuff like that. Man who crossed time and space to save the world and me. This has to be Shadowbringer stuff. Would that be Ardbert? That might be Ardbert. A woman who flew in the face of everything to save her beloved family. No idea. Minfilia, maybe, but her beloved family, maybe the Scions, maybe, but she saved an entire world. Woman who flew in the face of everything to save her beloved family. No clue. I gotta figure out what this one is. Wonderful sister she must be. What a lovely story. Wonderful sister. Sister. Okay, my mind is just blanking on me on what they're even talking about. I won't be able to do that to protect people. I'm probably going to need a lot more training. Why don't we all train together? Why don't we all go and train right now? Together, and we can work on becoming just like the person Ash told us about. Thanks for constantly being very vague about it, game. I wanted to figure out who the fuck you were talking about there. A wonderful sister, a woman who wants to save her beloved family. I honestly do not know. I have no clue what they're talking about. I don't even really know what the first one was trying to talk about. Because, like, neither of those felt like they had anything to do with the healer role quest from Shadowbringers. It's a wonderful idea. Well, okay, you and Ash both have to come with us. It'll be so much more fun with the 4 of us. If you insist. I say we head out to the hedge tree and practice listening to the whispers of the forest. Come on, everyone, follow me. Jot something down real quick. There we go. Out to the hedge tree. Did they just kill a treant? What? And where's Gaddy? Asher and the Ixal, they stabbed a sword into the hedge tree. Elementals really didn't like that. But we knew we were being attacked by a treant. Oh god, the Ixal. Must be some sort of revenge on Gridania. The Ixal are trying to cause panic or chaos, or Gaddy wanted to try calming the spirits. So we led Mr. Smashy Branches here away. Only just managed to take it down. My own conjury was too weak to be of consequence. Sylvie was forced to expend too much ether to ensure the creature's defeat. Don't worry about me. It's Gaddy who needs help. The elementals were furious. There's no way she can soothe their anger alone. Please hurry, Ash. She needs you. Oh, God. Are you kidding me? Like, the game keeps presenting the elementals as this amazing force of nature, and then some dumbass Ixal stabbing a tree once with a sword, obviously to get revenge on Gridania, is enough to, like, send them into such a psychotic rage that it might actually hurt Gridania. The elementals are such fucking babies, man. That they'll just, like, hurt everyone! I know an Ixal stabbed the tree, but kill everything! Like, they're so pathetic. Thank goodness. I pulled out the sword, but the elementals lashed out. They won't listen to me. You have to calm them. If another one of those treats goes after Sophia or Laqua. Elementals are such fucking whiny babies. Woohoo, someone stabbed a tree. Good. Summon a treant and have him crush that Ixal into fucking paste. And then have it disappear. Like, don't just kill everything. How do you look hurt? I'll heal you, but I have no ether left to cast spells. Alaka, you'll have to do it. Me, but I cannot. I must. Can't you see she's in pain? Time to learn how to heal. I want to help, but my conjuring is so weak. I will try. No one should suffer so. See, you can do it. Huzzah. Thank you, Alaka. I feel much better now. Feeling was like being wrapped in a soft, warm blanket. I'm glad to hear that, Gatti. To be honest, I did not expect the spell to work at all, but it did. There, you little brat. Are you happy now? Like, it's kind of amazing that they decided to give me the Stone of a Pajal and make me a white mage, considering how, like, petty I am with the elementals. It's like, there, you whiny little brat, you happy now? Shut up and start giving us help again. Thank you too, Ash. I never knew the elementals could get that mad. Long way to go before I'm as strong as you. Oh, you know what? I should have glammed over the piece that I picked up. It actually, I think, looks better than this one. Who is the word for it? I think Brother Asumi owes us a reward after all that hard work. Sophie. Look, I don't think I've ever seen you laugh before. This day really has been full of surprises. Huzzah, they're all happy, blah blah blah. Got it. I need to go back to town, I think, before I can glam. You can't glam out in the wild. Right? Oh, or can I? Guess no, maybe so? Huzzah! I can't glamour plate out in the wild, but I can individually glam. Ooh, that's not bad. That does look pretty good. Holy crap. I do like it. But unfortunately, it's doomed to discard. I'll probably put it in the glamour dresser, and in 6 months, I'll just pull it back out and discard it. It's pretty... like, all these pieces are basically doomed to the discard pile because they're single class specific. I almost always throw away items that are like, this only works on this one particular class. If it's not at least a role piece, then I usually toss it. Because I like to play a lot of different classes in this game, so every time they give me this one class piece of gear, I'm like, no thanks. Thank you, Ashen. If you hadn't come along, I may have lost the first real friends I have ever had. I do like it, though. That's what Ash does. He's always our hero when we need one. I need a hero. Sorry, no, wait, don't. Don't start now. I don't need to get DMC claim for my terrible, terrible version of I Need a Hero. God knows it'll sound nothing like the original song and I'll still get a copyright claim. That's right. In fact, both of you were heroes today. I would hardly say I was heroic. Serious, we need to tell Brother Asumi how incredible your country is now. Again, I think you've praised me overmuch, but we should certainly report this incident and let him know you are safe and sound. Let's head back then. I think I'm ready for a cup of tea and a nice long nap. Ashran, I may just find my place here after all. Huzzah! Because it means you won't try to destroy the woods anymore. And kill the elementals again. Listening to your tale earlier, I was convinced there was no one in my life I cared about that much. Or who cared about me. Then I saw how Gatti was hurt. I never felt my heart beat so wildly. Never felt such relief as I did when my spell healed her. I wonder, was this how the people in your adventures felt too? I'll continue with my studies. Then, should you need me, should any of you need me, I will be ready. Would you mind letting Raya-O know of my decision to stay on? I'm a little embarrassed to display all this sentiment in front of the seeds here. Dive a Deeper World boss is up. Do I still need Dive a Deeper? I forget which one it is. I think Dive a Deeper is the elephant suit. I think I have all those pieces. There's one of them I don't need anymore. Between like Dive a Deeper and Archea Tanya, I think it's Dive a Deeper. Hey, Aaron. Oh no. I'm pretty sure it's Dive a Deepa I don't need anymore. I need to check the list of rewards and stuff, but I'm pretty sure I don't need Dive a Deepa anymore. I've gotten all the unique rewards from him that I care about, and pretty much everything else is untradeable market prohibited, because they want people to do the fate, so who gives a shit about any of it? Ashen, you have returned with word of Alaka. Just letting you know I'm still here. Yep. I was of a mind to investigate the disturbance myself when it suddenly subsided. Fortunate you were nearby. And I'm heartened to hear that Alaka has at last awakened her talent for conjuring. Suspected it was not her potential nor lack of learning which stymied her progress, but a matter of confidence. Her shift in perspective was encouraged in no small part by your inspiring presence, I'm certain. But do not allow such praise to deter you from perfecting your own art. I have. I'm already 90 and I've unlocked all the skills, so I'm good. Mystery of White Magics is a road. Woo! Clear my throat there. A road which never truly ends, Ash. Expect to hear ever greater things from you ere next we meet. Huzzah! Seeing White 4. So that should be all of the healers. Oh god, I forgot that's what my portrait looks like. I'm not gonna keep it. I'm not gonna bother overwriting the portrait though, because I'm gonna get rid of this outfit pretty quick. First Blessed and Pajal Protector. Nah, neither one I care about that much. Oh well. Now that I've got my white mage all set up, maybe I should overwrite this portrait. Like, that's the only way you can do a healer portrait, though. It's like, beg me for the heals. Oh, you want to be res, do you? Ask nicely. God. Let's see what's up today. Duty roulettes. No, I don't want to heal a 90 dungeon. Healing 90s kind of suck. This is all blue mage stuff. I don't know how to do that one. I do know how to do that one, but I don't need anything from it. I know how to do that one, but I don't need anything from it. Although I could do it blue mage, but nah. Anima Lux. That's Heaven's Word relic stuff, I think. Alexander, Eyes of the Creator. Anima Light, this Lux for those who stick in the party after. Blah, blah, blah. Which one's Eyes of the Creator, Savage? That's a 9S? No, I don't need that. I don't think I need any of the A's, do I? No, the ones I need start at O. I need O4, O8, E4, P4, and P8. Basically, I'm looking at the ones I need to unlock all of the ultimates. Anabaseos, 9th Circle, blah, blah, blah. Loot, duty complete, re-clear, color partner, blah, 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 blah. I don't really want to do this today. I went with a re-clear group last night off stream, and I'm going to be with one tomorrow as well, I think, unless they found someone else to fill. We didn't get the clear, unfortunate, but I don't want to be running 9 all freaking week. I just can't. Like, pushing for the clears of these and like trying to get that week 1 clear and running Savage are all pretty interesting to me, but the re-clear thing of Savage is where the game starts like losing my interest. Once I know I can get through the fight and beat it, the farming gear every week part is just so fucking annoying and tedious. Like, I don't want to do that. So I probably will never be best in slot because I don't keep up with it every week. Like, if my statics don't clear, then I probably didn't get the re-clear for the week. I could work on Memoria Misera, Wreath of Snakes Extreme, Thok Extreme. I could solo that. Solo that. Could solo that. A treasure dungeon. P7 normal. I could probably do 7 normal. Although I haven't done it in so long that I forget most of it. A 50 dungeon I can solo. A 71 dungeon I could solo. 80, 90. Doing that expert roulette would actually help, because that would get me the 90 clear. Second coil I can solo. Yeah, I can knock out a lot of these solo, actually. Let me do a 50 dungeon. Oh god, no, not Meridianum, Praetorium, Amdapor. Just do all of this, like, unrestricted. I should be a, God, what am I trying to say? Physical ranged, because then I can peloton through these dungeons, which is a lot better and will be a lot faster, but since I just finished White Mage, I kind of want to do it with White Mage. Also, it won't matter too much. I'd be running into enemies pretty quick, so peloton doesn't save a ton of time. Just a bit. But it still would help. I don't even need to fight them. Like, I'm looking at those guys like, I can one-shot them. It's like, wait, but I don't need to fight them. There's no point. I'm not getting experience, not doing anything special here, so... Bye. Like, huzzah. Oh, look, there's 3 of them. I'll just decide. I'm not even going to stop the holy. Maybe I'll go grab the demon brick while I'm here. It's easy. Oh, I have Liturgy of the Bell at 90. This is the one that's like Panheima but heals, right? Yeah. It's like a healer version of Panheima, basically. Plenary Indulgence. Yeah. I'm good. I'll just keep leading everyone around with me. I did get the demon brick, right? Yeah, I got it. Look at them dealing like 100 damage, 200 damage, and being like, come on, get him, guys! Come on, a little closer, all of you. There we go. Bye. Like, that took care of that. This idiot is gonna be forced to summon before he dies. He always does. There's nothing you can do about that. Good job. I've gotten really used to this dungeon. I don't even really run this one a ton of times. Or anything like that. I guess I just run it enough that I'm like, yeah, I know how this works. I know how that works. I know the demon brick's over there. I think I'll draw everyone in, like, wall-to-wall pull, and then I'll assize the whole group. Though I can keep hitting them with some Dias along the way. Should I bother? No, I don't care about that treasure coffer. Yeah, I'll just keep hitting these guys with Dias while I'm pulling them. That'll kill everyone for me. Oh, whoops, I don't need to go there. That's just another treasure chest. Oh, hey, look, someone who actually survived the first tick of my dot. Well, they're just slowly throwing out dots as I go. And everyone's just dying horribly. Everyone here? Nope, the hound lights. Unfortunately, they don't need to get this close to kill me. There we go. Throw a dot at him, that'll kill him. I guess I can open that. I don't need anything from this dungeon, but why not? Soul collectors and succubi. All dead in a single tick. I do kind of love going unrestricted and just blowing through old content. Like, no one can do any damage to me, and I just throw a dot out and everyone dies. I don't know what she's laughing about. She died fast. Yeah, this would have been actually markedly faster with Peloton. I don't care. Today's a White Mage day. I'm gonna go ahead and do this stuff as White Mage. It'll be a little slower, but who cares? I'm mostly just filling time to, like, the end of my stream anyway with some, like, daily stuff that I need to do. Weekly stuff that I need to do. I don't even keep up with the dailies. Like, I could go do Beast Tribes and I could go do custom deliveries, but I haven't bothered to do them yet, so why start now? Bye-bye. Huzzah. We're out. I believe Bowl of Embers and Striking Tree was on that list, so let's go ahead and do those now. Ifrit's always annoying. He's not difficult, but even at high levels he can be annoying, because if you can't, like, one-shot him, then you have to deal with all his stupid gating mechanics and invulnerability mechanics that he just throws up one after another, blocking your way, and it takes forever. So that's unfortunate. Because I am going to have to deal with that. See, like now, just you can't deal any damage to him. None at all while he's doing Hellfire. And then he might summon Nails afterwards, which I can't do any damage to him then. Nope, I bypassed one set of Nails. I'm not going to bypass the second set, though. You never do. Oh, oh. Nope, there they are. And now everything I've done goes to nothing. Because I have to deal with the Nails or he'll just ignore me. You know, let's just do it like this. Get all these vulnerability ups I'm getting. Just constant vulnups. And still he's doing nothing. I've got 8 of them and he still can't hurt me. And then he's going to do another Hellfire to make himself invulnerable for a time there too. This is the annoying part of Ifrit. If you can't just, like, blow him out in one shot, then you have to deal with all this crap. They've designed so many of the old trials, just have all these dumbass gates on them, right? Like, here's an entire phase where they're invulnerable. Here's a bunch of ads they summon and you can't touch them till they're done. They have all these stupid gating mechanics that even when you're unrestricted and it's not a threat to you in any way, shape, or form, it's just annoying to try and clear. Leviathan's the fucking worst. Because that bastard will sometimes just knock me off the ledge, and he's got all these gating mechanics, plus he has a ring out, so... Same with Titan, though. I'm pretty good at avoiding his ring out nonsense. Also, I love when Ramu bothers to use Chaotic Strike against you because you're the only one there, but then you're also the only one there he could hit with lightning, so it's basically worthless. Oh no. Oh, never mind. Right. Uh-huh. Good job, buddy. Like, it's not even gonna get the chance to cast. I don't really need any of this stuff, but whatever. Large Levin Orb might sell well, if it's what I think it is. I think that's his unique one. think each boss has like two. One that's basically worthless and one that actually sells pretty well. I think this is the one you use for the weapon, so it should sell pretty well. I already know that song. Bye-bye. Weapon coffer. Did I not pick up a Freets? Oh, I do have the Inferno Bangle. Okay. I'll just break all of this down. I'll put the demon brick in our coffer or something to let someone have it. Okay, what's left? Treasure dungeons. My group's already run them for the week, but maybe I can find someone to go with. Second coil. Could do a 71 dungeon, I suppose. I can solo Thok as Thok. I don't love doing the 71 dungeons, but with a healer... Oh no, that's Shadowbringers, Holminster. I should be able to do that with a healer. I don't think I've ever done the Shadowbringers dungeons solo. I don't think I need to either, because if I'm right, my trusts still need 70 dungeons. Yeah. A bunch of my trusts are still in the 70s, so I'll run that with a trust at some point to level them up some more. Oh, whoops. Thok as Thok. EX. Easy enough. He has a few mechanics that you have to deal with, but not quite as... Really not as bad as the ARR ones, because he doesn't have as many nonsense gated mechanics that they have. Plus, it's always fun to just hang out with Ravana. He has some pretty freaking cool weapons that he can give you. I love he uses Seeing Wing, so he blocks literally every direction except the one I'm hitting him from, because I'm the only target he has. This super long liberation cast of his where I can just get off tons of extra damage. Free damage. While he's busy casting the spell. Uh-huh. Yep, sure, I'll bleed. Look at all those hits. It still did almost none of my health. Just the beginning, only the beginning, nothing else. There we go. Did I ever get his mount? Is this the Demon Lantern? No, Rose Lantern or whatever it's called? I need to check that. I don't know if I ever got his mount. The fact that I can solo most of those and I still don't have all the birds. I don't really like to solo the bigger ones. The like... Christ, what do they call them again? The Minstrel's Ballad ones. Those ones sometimes have, like, bullshit nonsense that's like, oh, you came in without a full party? Then just die. Just die. I don't care how strong you are. Just take max damage and die. Yeah, I have Ravana's, Thordens, and Zervans. I need a bunch more of the birds, dude. I should go do those at some point. It was treasure dungeons, which I don't have, can't do right now. P7S, I could do that. Second coil solo. I'll do second coil solo and then queue up for P7S. I think you could do Wreath of Snakes solo, but I'm not very well practiced at doing the Stormblood solos. And, I think you need to practice them. And I think you can only really do it on, like, tanks mostly. Paladin especially. Because he can heal himself and stuff like that. But I do know people can do the Stormblood solo. I'm just not very experienced at it. Okay, what was I saying? Second coil solo, and then I'll queue up for P7 in. Got it. Second coil is... the first second coil is easy, but a little long. I don't remember what 2, 3, and 4 are. I think it's in final coil there's a problem. Was it final coil 3? No, because that's Phoenix, and I can beat Phoenix. I've beaten Phoenix before solo. There was one of these in final coil that had a boss that was straight up like, you came in solo, well, you can't beat me, period. It's impossible. Physically impossible for you to beat me. There was like... Oh no, it was final 2, I think. I think it was the final coil 2. Wasn't even a boss. It was like... The whole mission is like, you have to go off and run down these paths, and then literally there's a point where there's 8 buttons on the ground to open a gate. So it's like, you need 8 people here to stand on these buttons and show that you went down both paths and everyone's still alive, right? And so I didn't have 8 people, so I'm like, well, okay, I guess I can't do this. Let me try second coil turn 2. I don't think I've done that recently. Is that ADS? No, I think that's second... I think that's first coil turn 2. Is the Allegan Rot thing. Let's see. What's second coil turn 2? Because I think it's the first coil turn 2 that has Allegan Rot. Which I can beat that too. I think. I have to beat it fast. Because I think if you let Allegan Rot's timer run out, you just straight up die. Okay, this is just a boss fight and nothing else, I guess. Skip. Just skip it. Or not. What is this then? Okay. An elevator. Oh, and it's summoning more and more enemies as it goes on, so you have to kill them fast enough or something. Okay. Got it. You need to be able to kill them quickly enough that you don't get overwhelmed, I guess. There, how was that for fast? Did we not pick up anything there? Hmm. Yeah, it looks like it starts to overwhelm you after time. Like, I'm just throwing dots at everything, and it's working pretty well. The Elegant Cobra is a little stronger than most, though, I guess. Next. Huh, so this one was just an elevator with a bunch of enemy encounters. And a boss. There will be a boss here at the end. Yeah, I don't remember this one very well. As long as the boss doesn't have any bullshit mechanics, I'm good. Melusine. I do kinda remember Melusine existed. I don't remember the fight, though. Don't remember the fight at all. Lamia Death Dancer, so she just do mostly, like, ads. Is that the big threat for Melusine? Oh, don't step in there, I'm guessing. Oh, I can still damage her. Oh, forget it then. I'm just gonna ignore the ads if I can still damage her. I'll just burst her down before the ads can get me. Okay, yeah. Second foil turn 2 is pretty easy, actually. Here we go. I guess I'll go into P7 in as a white mage. I mean, it is a normal. It's not a savage. It's not all that difficult. Although I have, like, no experience. I know I've cleared it at some point before. Because I had to clear all of the Pandemonium raids at some point. For story. P7. What was P7? Agdistis. Peerless among the keywords. More so now that they have been augmented by FFXIV. I don't really remember Agdistis that much. I ran it like once, never again. Hey, it says less than 5 minutes though. Let's see if that's true. Well, that tanked my odds. Shit. Got 1. No chance at getting 3. Not worth it. Sorry. It's probably just going to give me worse and worse and worse odds with every roll, but I don't care. If I can't get 3, then I don't care. Getting 2 is kind of worth it, because there's still some stuff in the silver category I want. Nothing I need. Maybe a couple things that are somewhat interesting or unique, but nothing I'd really wear, I think. But, it could still be worth it getting silver certificates. But really, I'm going for 3 now. Like, I'm going for 3 now. And if it's giving me less than that, then I may as well just get 0, because who cares? Okay, let's go through and see if I can even sell any of these things. These aren't worth crap. I've already learned that song. What? Oh, I already have the Hive Cane. Okay, well I can't sell it anyway, so let's descent it. And then pop this one. Oh, I got the wing. Oh no, that's not the right thing. Is it? No. Let me double check that. Oh no, that is the glowy weapons. Well then what's the expensive part of them? Because like every single other material except for the actual boss piece seems more expensive. That is the weirdest thing. Yeah, I can't sell like any of this stuff, so I'm just gonna rip it all apart. While I'm waiting for P7 to pop. Maybe I'll get some more stuff to sell. I can also show off a little bit on my island. I haven't changed a ton on my island, but I did level up a little bit more, and I opened up the new zone and started building the new workshop. Actually, I built the new workshop. I've started leveling up the new workshop. So it has changed a little bit. Actually, I've ranked up a lot of the other stuff to rank 4, too. So there is a decent amount I could show off on the island. Haven't quite maxed rank yet, but I think at the end of this week I'll be 16. Holy crap. Excuse me. That. These sheep casings are not selling. Just not selling. Oh my god, what did someone just do? This, here's 1/50th the price. Fuck that. I'm going down to $19.99. Someone just tanked the price on that. Assholes. $8.97, $8.96. I'm good. Raptor leather doesn't sell for shit. Just get rid of it. Like, even if I can put it up on the market, why bother at that price? It gives shit. Not even worth selling on the market. The Inferno
Just
Horn.
spend money to make money.
The Demon Brick goes for a little bit, but you know what? I care more about giving that to people in our FC who don't have it yet. These sell pretty well. If they sell. That's the real question. Do they sell? Because these things only cost me like... Double check that real quick. Yeah, that's good. These things only cost me like 1,000 Seafarer calories a piece on my island. So if they actually sell at these prices, then that's amazing. This ain't worth shit. This ain't worth much. I'll go ahead and put it up for that. Yes. And then fish, this ain't worth anything, is it? Never is. Ain't worth shit. Wait, does this one actually sell? No, but some jackass listed one at 1 million so that he could completely throw off the, like, market of it. So it looks like it sells, but that's because that idiot has it posted way too high. 11 orbs. I'll go ahead and sell both 11 orbs, because usually you need a couple of them for crafts. Not always, though. I could probably break them into 2. Like to equalize the market by going to other places with lower prices and bringing them back to sell on Excalibur for a profit. Also undercutting how expensive it currently is. That's basically what I do, too, when I can be bothered to do it. Toss the Hive Totem. I don't need it or want it. When I can be bothered to, I like to use Universalis, look up what people are selling them for in other places, and if they're cheaper, I'll go and I'll buy a bunch of the cheaper ones, and then bring them back and sell them at a slight undercut. Damn it! Stupid duty finder. Oh well, I need to check my other market, my other retainer later anyway, so we'll do it after. Oh, yeah. Oh, god damn it. This one. Oh, crap. The memories are coming back to me. The whole arena breaks apart. And it's terrible and shitty, and everyone always falls. Oh, god damn it. The PTSD's coming back. This is a terrible one to be a healer on. Because everyone plummets and stands in the way of attacks and stuff. I really do need to eventually blow through those savages at, unrestricted, just so I can unlock all the ultimates. Because I don't have, any of the ultimates unlocked. 11 seconds. Okay. Huzzah. Let's do this. I can basically stand anywhere and hit this idiot. Those are on the... Is that far or is that close? I cannot remember. But those ones go out the sides, don't they? Oh, no, they do not. I was reading that one wrong. I thought they went out the sides. Initios Holy. You guys mind? We spread out a little. Hey, everyone managed to make it in. Good. Vow of Addis, that's the one that's in the far. Holy shit, that was close. This is the one that's close, and then he's gonna punch again, I think. I thought there was one where he, cleaved the sides, and you had to be in the middle, or one where he went in the middle and you had to be on the sides. But maybe I'm just remembering that wrong. what do you know? People didn't stand in the center. Oh, but someone did die. Oh, thanks. Thanks for wasting that, then. We both raised, which means neither of us has it anymore. Okay. Which one is he punching with? Still getting further away again. Spark of life. Okay, I'll just go with the heal. Oh, that needs, yeah. Let's just go ahead and put the bell down. There. I don't know if that's, like, ideal or anything, but Spark of Life had a dot associated with it, so let's just, you know. What the hell? Is this gonna be the birds? Yes, it is. Which way are they going here? Okay, they're good. Hidden fruit. Should be good. Yes, holy. Okay, we need to stay the hell away from them. Oh great, I missed people with it. Wonderful. Please get out of the center, everyone. I always forget I have all these Afflatus spells I could be using too. In fact, I should, because then I can get Afflatus Misery. Shit, that's long. Damn! Say good night. Hey, Direct, thank you for the resub. 9 months. Holy crap, we have a Twitch baby on the way. Good to see you, Direct. I managed to finish up like all the White Mage quests in like an hour and a half, so now I'm just doing other stuff. Oh no, that's close. Get far. Which direction? This direction. Got it. Nope, everyone's good. White Mage is easy. I love to learn Sage. I know Sage. I can teach you most of the, like, basic to mid-tier Sage stuff. I even raid with Sage, so I know it pretty well, but I do not claim to be a master of it. There we go. Also, plenary indulgence. No, I don't need it. We got it. Huzzah. I'll give it to Pepsi Cola, because that name is great. I don't need shit. I don't need any of that. Like, none of it. Alright. Hop it out. That takes care of most of the stuff I need. I think there's still a couple things I need to run, and undoubtedly I'm not going to get 3, because I never get 3. But I can roll a couple more times if this completely kills me. Oh, shit. My odds of getting 3 are actually pretty good here. I know I can just Bene 1, pull over 2, and the tank invuln the other one, and it's all fine. White Mage, yeah. You can just Bene 1, pull over 2, and tank 1, invuln the other one. Yeah, I guess so. With, you don't really have the big bursts too much with Sage. You do have some. I will say, you do have a couple of big bursts with Sage. Back. Oh yeah, because I have it re-glammed for White Mage. It's stuck on normal for... Sage does have... Let me double check here. Not really. Pepsis is kind of crap. When you get into like high-end raiding and stuff, Pepsis is such a waste of time. You don't really want to do it. You basically want to keep Caracol up for like everything. Your... 10% mitigation with a regen, your shield, your big AoE, like, bubble for Sage is on such a short cooldown that you pretty much want to pop it for, like, every single mechanic. Like, if it's up and a big hit mechanic's coming, just pop Caracol. There are niche situations where you're like, no, if I save Caracol here, I'll have it with this next big mechanic that happens in, like, 15 seconds. But for the most part, it's such a fast bubble that you just pop it for everything. Panheim is good for the big multi-hit attacks, things like that, because it's basically multiple shields that break and then stack. Holos is your big one. If you're looking for the big one that Sage has, there's 2 of them. There's Holos, which is a... big AoE party-wide. It's a heal, a mitigation, and a shield all in one. It's all 3 of those, but it is on a 2-minute cooldown, right? So it gives you a 300 potency heal, a 30-second shield, which is also 300 potency, and a 20-second 10% mitigation. So Holos is your big, like, oh fuck button, because it's instant cast, but it's a 2-minute cooldown. Your other one is Numa. One of the one of the most fun things I do on a Sage is when I know a boss is going to do a big raid wide and it's heavy damage and all of that, like I'll throw up a Caracol beforehand to mitigate how much damage it does to us. And then right as the boss is finishing up his cast bar, I'll throw up Zoe, which increases healing potency, and then time my Numa, because it is a hard cast, like a 1.5 seconds, to go off, like, not just as the boss's cast bar is finishing, but slightly after that. Like, just as the boss's cast bar finishes, I will start casting Numa. Because a perfectly timed Numa is, like, so satisfying as a Sage. Watching, like, everyone's health drop to almost nothing and then shoot almost all the way back up instantly is a lot of fun. But you need to be careful when you time Numa, because going for those perfect casts, I have occasionally screwed up the timing, and Numa is like a wave heal, just disappearing in the depths of ancient meme culture every time you say the name of that spell. Numa on cooldown for DPS. It can be. Cause Numa is DPS neutral. Numa is DPS neutral. It's not really a DPS gain. Numa's DPS neutral. You're not losing DPS, you're not really gaining it. I try to save it for big heals, but I generally do need Numa every couple of minutes, and it is on a 2-minute cooldown. Like, I throw out Numa for the very first... We've been doing a lot of P9S recently, so that's fresh in my mind, and I'm gonna, like, refer to how I use stuff there a lot to sort of tell you how I'm doing things. The boss starts... Kakato starts P9S with a big, heavy hit raid-wide. So I'll Caracol, Zoe, Numa, that one. So I pop Numa out, like, right away. I basically get off a Dosis, a Dot, and a couple of instant cast attack spells. And then it goes off on the raid-wide, and I cast Numa basically right away on the very first raid-wide. Usually within about 2 minutes when time's coming up, the boss will do another big raid-wide, and I'll need to Numa it again. So, yeah. It's on my bubble, that one. Caracol? Oh. Caracol's a lot of fun. I love how fast the fucking bubble for Sage recharges. Because I don't have Afflatus yet. Oh. Oh, yeah, you're talking about White Mage. I constantly forget that I have the Afflatus stuff. I need to keep trying to remind myself that I have the Afflatus spells, because they're very useful. Plus, you want to be using the Afflatus spells, like, before any of your other stuff in White Mage, because using them gives you Afflatus Misery, which is a good thing. Afflatus is DPS neutral. Yes. My understanding is for White Mage, the individual Afflatus spells are technically a DPS loss, but the fact that they build up to Afflatus Misery makes them DPS neutral. You use it for movements and don't cap it. Yeah. Like, just using the heals would be a DPS loss, but the fact that you get a Misery for every 3 casts makes it neutral. It's fully neutral? No, because Afflatus spins your GCD. Yeah, with the Misery. Yeah. Because Afflatus does spin your GCD, so technically it would be a DPS loss unless you got a big hit out of it, which you do. You get a big hit, a big AoE hit out of it, so... It wasn't before. Oh, really? Were the Afflatus spells a straight-up DPS loss before, even with Misery? Because that would be kind of hilarious. Where it's like people don't use the most, like, noteworthy part of their kit, because it's like, eh. Because the Misery was equivalent to 3 GCD. Oh. Wait, wouldn't that be what it needed to be? Because you need 3 Afflatus spells to get Misery, so if it's equivalent to 3 GCD, wouldn't that be DPS neutral? So White Mage was crap at healing. Or am I reading that wrong? Do you need it to be more GCDs in order to be DPS neutral? Oh, no, no, I understand. I get it. It would need to be 4 GCDs, wouldn't it? Because it's 3 Afflatus spells plus Misery. So it would need to be equal to 4 GCDs to be neutral. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yep. Thank you, Direct. Yeah, it would have to be 4 because the Misery counts too. None of that's worth anything. Kumbira skin's not going to be worth shit. Yeah, ain't worth shit. Pocket. 11 orb. Last 11 orb. Split them up. I should double check these. This one keeps going down slightly. No one's really tanking the price on this, but no one's really buying the foil either. This one's not going down at all, but it's also not selling. I don't think anyone really wants this. Also, it looks like you could get it super cheap on Zalera, so no one's buying ours, I don't think. I'm just going to sell it. No amount of heal doubled. No, now my amount of heal doubled since last time I was doing Savage. That's always a bonus when you're a healer. Being able to heal more. Oh man, this one's price is just going down and down and down. Eventually, I'm just gonna rip that Calicotherium leather off and just hawk it. Eventually. What I hate is I have so much stuff I want to sell to the Doman Enclave, because at least you can get double its market value at the Doman Enclave, but I have too much. Like, I have too much stuff to sell at the Doman Enclave. Every week I have, like, I've gained more in that week than I can possibly sell to them in a week, kind of thing. It just keeps stacking up, and eventually I'm just going to start having to hawk, like, the tin pieces and silver pieces and shit like that, and some materia just to, like, random merchants. Here you go. Have a demon brick. Anyone who wants it. I think I've got all these. Yeah, I've got all those. I've got plenty of cracker root. Do I have all these? Yeah, I have all those. Did I pick up any? There's no way I picked up any 10s or 9s. No. Makes sense. And yeah, a size is cooldown as White Mage because deeps. Really? You don't save a size for a big heal at all as White Mage? That's somewhat surprising to me. Like, I'm not saying I know better than you. I barely play White Mage. I'm just surprised that that's how White Mages play it. Because a size is one of, like, the big, huge group heals, so I'm surprised they don't save it at all. Oh, but it also restores MP. I can kind of see why a size would be the go-to first thing you would use above anything else then. Because my understanding is White Mage is very, like, MP deprived currently. Sometimes you can move it slightly if you know it's coming. Yeah. Generally, I will try to use a size as fast as I can, but I'll usually save it for, like, a hit that I want to heal. I will say I do it kind of like that. I try to use it as a heal, but I will use it fast, like before anything else. But yeah, the fact that it restores your MP, I can kind of get why people do it that way, where they're like, use it as much as and as often as you can. MP's good enough now with the size and not capping the afflatus. Nourish. 15% less, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, because you're keeping the afflatus going, and that doesn't cost anything. I mean, it costs something, but it doesn't cost MP. So having non-MP heals is good. You use thin airs on your reses, so yeah. Where other classes have pretty good MP regen, it seems like White Mage is much more about you needing to have, like, personal responsibility and have a lot better MP management rather than better MP regen. It's also a good DPS, so yeah, on cooldown is good. Okay. Yeah, White Mage seems much more about, like, I need to manage how much MP I'm spending rather than I need to get a bunch of regen. It also counts as glare. Oh, a size hits like a glare? Potency 400. Potency 310. A size hits harder than a glare. Huh. Who knew? Okay, then. So what are we up to? Latest counts as glare for MP. Really? Huh. So it does cost MP, or I don't think this did cost MP at all. I don't know. A little lost. That's trust. Could run a 90, but I don't know. I've been really, like, hit and miss with tanks and 90s and stuff like that, man. A lot of people who just, like, won't stop trying to wall-to-wall pull, won't mitt right, and blame me for their deaths kind of shit, you know what I mean? I'm a little hesitant to run the super high-level dungeons as a healer, because not because the dungeons are all that hard, because people get annoying about it. Free and equivalent to a glare in DPS. Let me see something. 310. Oh, yeah. Exactly. It's exactly, actually, now that I look at it. Yeah, 310 times 4, 1240. Plus it's an AoE. That actually seems better than a glare. Am I wrong, or is that not DPS gain? Because the potency that it hits with is 4 times a glare, but it also does 50% to any enemies nearby. If it's at 2+, that's a DPS gain, isn't it? Yeah, that's a gain on 2. That's not bad. I never stopped to look at the exact potencies. Also, I love being able to stun people, but I don't think I will ever bother to cast Holy when I don't have Presence of Mind up. I mean, I do occasionally, but it's so much better with Presence of Mind. Being able to just, like, chuck out the Holies and stun the shit out of everything. Lita Lolita. I was looking at her, I was like, oh, Gothic Lolita dress. To click on it, there's the name. It's like, yep, that makes sense. God. Best is when you have the tank in voice as White Mage. Yeah. Yeah, random tank. Oh, that reminds me. Mello just logged in. I wonder if she and Vup are going to plan to run any, like, expert roulettes and things today. I could possibly run with them. And you pull so you can use the Lily Bell. The Liturgy Bell? Why would it matter if you pull and keep one enemy on you? So basically you're pulling the aggro from one enemy to reduce the amount that's hitting your tank? Pull so you can use the Lily Bell. You need to take damage for it to heal. Yeah. I mean, at that point, if you had the entire group in voice chat with you and maybe had each person pulling enemies, it'd probably be best for the bell, wouldn't it? So that instead of having the tank have their tank stance up, you just have, like, everybody pulling 1 or 2 of the enemies, so that everyone's taking damage and popping the heals. I did notice the Lily Bell is basically just the Sage's Panheima, except instead of shields, it's straight heals. Like, Sage's Panheima is, here's 5 stacks of a shield, and every time it breaks, you get a new shield. The Bell is, here's 5 stacks of healing, and every time you take damage, you heal. Like, it's the same exact type of skill. But already having a cooperative tank is a good thing. Yeah. That's always a good thing. Unfortunately, it doesn't happen too often. I could just go to a DPS class and run the expert roulette or a 90 dungeon or something that way, so I don't have to deal with it. Sage is personal. What? Sage is personal, White Mage is White Mage dependent. In what way? Healing Blossom at designated location. Damage will expand on yourself and all party members. Oh, wait. Wait a second. Are you telling me that the Lily Bell only goes off if the White Mage specifically takes damage? When I read that, I was reading that as, like, whenever anyone in the group takes some damage, the bell will heal them. But that's wrong, right? The White Mage has to get hit for the bell to do anything. I mean, it'll eventually pop and give a big heal at the end, but to do anything in the middle, the White Mage has to get hit. Oh, yeah, that's very weird. I like the way Sage's Panheima works better, I think. Where it's, like, individually independent, like... That is real strange. It's like the whole setup for most parties is don't let your healer get hit. That seems like it reduces the effectiveness of the bell then. Or it leads to characters playing White Mage almost like walking into shit that they probably shouldn't be just to try and trigger the bell. That I don't know about that design. That sounds like bad design. Use it on the first dual cast in P9S. Okay, yeah, because you're going to be taking damage there regardless of what you do. You're always going to be taking damage there. Yeah, that makes sense. I think I've seen my co-healer white mages do that as well. Use it on dual cast. Because even if you're doing the mechanic right, you're taking damage during dual cast. That makes sense. Yeah, maybe I'll just go DPS for a 90 dungeon. Because I'd rather not deal with having to heal a 90 dungeon. My luck with tanks just is not good on the high end. Raiding, I've been pretty good, but like high-end dungeons, my luck with tanks, it's just not that great. It's Bell plus heal on each hit. Yeah, like group heal on each hit. Honestly, I do that as Sage, kind of. Not entirely. It depends on how much my co-healer is healing. I'm not going to look at everyone's health almost full and throw off a heal as Sage, but if my co-healer tends to, like, let everyone's health go pretty low before bothering to do stuff, I will usually throw off... Let me see. Just before the first one hits, I throw off Panheima on the group so that we get a little extra shield for each hit of dual cast. On the second dual cast, again, this is only if my co-healer is letting everyone get, like, real low. I'll pop a Physis, which is a nice regen, but it also boosts the HP recovery from healing actions. And then I'll usually throw a shield up again between the first and second one. I'll sometimes pop Caracal there as well, just because they're... Not because I feel like we need Caracal for dual cast, but because Caracal regens MP for me, plus it's a little extra mitigation, plus it's easily able to come up before the next big mechanic I need it for if I throw it on the second dual cast. The Panheima is faster between the shield and the bell, too. And then oftentimes on the third hit of dual cast, if again my co-healer is not really bringing people's health back up, I'll chuck Holos there. Because that's like everything. It heals us up, it shields us, it mitigates us, all of that. Stack it with Caracal, we're really good for that third hit. Plus Holos will be back up before I need it for the big things. Like, if I throw it there, Holos will be back up right around the time we're getting into Levin Strike, which is where I tend to hold on to Holos during Levin Strike. I hold Holos, like, in my back pocket during Levin Strike, and if it goes real bad, but we are still surviving, I'll throw out a Holos to, like, keep everyone going. Instant cast on Levin Strike. If not, I like to try and hold Holos for, like, the Comets and the Bile and the Thunder Shock and all that during Meteor. I had multi-hits stack where only 1 or 2 hits were proccing. Oh, the bell. So... an enemy has to fully break a Panheima shield and do health damage to you before the White Mage's bell will pop, is what you're saying there, I think. That's what it sounds like you're saying. They have to break my Panheima shield and do health damage, or the White Mage's shield won't pop. Let's go ahead and put this back the way it is. Where's my White Mage? Did it not? White Mage should have changed. Oh, but I haven't been in White Mage. There is a time between 2 heals from the bell. Oh! There's like a minimum allotted time before the bell can heal again? That's interesting. I don't think that's in the description at all. There we go. I need to upgrade it. The gear set, then I can change it. Love those stupid portraits. I mean, I hate the portrait system. That's why I just turned it the fuck off, because it annoyed me too much. But I do love some of the portraits I've made. It's a stack of Liturgy of the Bell to self, 20 seconds. Taking damage will expend 1 stack to heal self and all party members within a radius of 20 yalms. Also, another thing to note. This 20 yalm radius, is this from the Bell or the White Mage, since this only triggers when a White Mage gets hit? Does this heal trigger off of the Bell or the White Mage? From the Bell. Okay, good. So yeah, throwing the Bell in the middle of the arena is the right way to go with that. Effect the action can only be triggered once per second. Okay. Okay, yeah, it does say once per second. Yep. So yeah, getting multi-hits real quick will definitely screw that up. Makes sense. I am figuring out whole new things about White Mage. With Astro, I just need to figure out how the hell to play Yu-Gi-Oh! Without bumbling all the pieces of Exodia all over the boss's arena. Like, I kind of hate that part of Astro. Because I can basically do the stuff I need to do with Astro, but I'm constantly letting my cards cap. Like, I am constantly letting my cards cap because I just forget to do them amongst all the other shit I'm doing. Easy to heal with, but annoying to optimize. Yeah. So many little things like that. Oof. I'm pretty sure the next healer that's going to get a rework will be Scholar. It feels like Scholar's in a place where they might want to rework it pretty soon. But who knows? It's not in a terrible place, though. But it's in kind of a weird place where a lot of its stuff doesn't quite work the way you'd want it to. Like, in comparison to other healers and their more modern takes on how they do their job. I don't know. Suppose we'll see. Really want a good OGCD heal as White Mage. Yeah. I mean, Afflatus Rapture is about the best we got there. Afflatus Solus is better, but it's single target. All the good, like, those aren't OGCD either. Tetragrammaton and Benediction. Did those both spin the GCD? I don't even pay attention enough to know. No, that doesn't. Neither does Bene. So you have some good ones. The problem is most of the White Mage's good OGCD heals are like single target. Which is a little unfortunate. Assize doesn't spin it either, does it? Okay. Assize is also OGCD. So you do have a AoE OGCD heal. What's this one work with? Medica, Medica 2, Cure 3, or Afflatus Rat. Well, it's not ideal. It doesn't work with any of the OGCDs, which sort of sucks, but okay. Afflatus Rapture? Okay, so that's interesting. Plenary Indulgence only works with the AoE Afflatus. It doesn't work with a single target? That's odd. Medica, Medica 2. Okay. AoE heal, AoE regen, and heal. Cure 3. AoE heal. It's a very specific spell. It's a very focused, like, it only works with these 4 things. You have 1 oh shit, 1 single target, and 1 AoE. Yeah. Plenary was only for GCD. It is. It's only for GCD. It works on Afflatus Rapture, which is at least instant cast, but it is GCD still. But yeah, it's only working on your GCD heals. And only AoE ones as well. Yeah, I just noticed. It only works with your AoE GCD heals. That is such a weird limitation. That they can't just be like, any heal gets an extra heal. Huh. I don't know, man. Good to know. Yeah. Also, whenever the big, like, tank buster stuff comes up, I'll usually Divine Benison at least one, maybe two, because it has 2 charges. I'll usually Divine Benison at least one of them, and I'll probably Aqua Veil the other one. I think that's the best way. That's kind of how I do it on Sage as well. Whenever those double, like, tank busters that are going to hit both of them or whatever come up, I usually throw Haima on one of the tanks, and I throw Tarakol on the other. So I give a shield to one and a mitt to the other. That tends to work pretty well. So I've basically been doing the same thing with White Mage. Right? Mitt one and shield the other. What I read for that one is you can use it at the same time as your dot. What, like Aqua Veil, Divine Benison, those things like at the same time as your dot? Because they are both instant cast. Yeah. Yeah, I think almost any of your instant casts can. Because that doesn't spin the GCD. That doesn't spin the GCD. Yeah, so you would use that on, like, your dot. Mm-hmm. Yeah. You would, like, throw off a dot on the enemy, and then you grab one tank and throw a shield on him, grab the other, throw Aqua Veil on him, and by the time you're targeting back on the boss, your GCD's ready. I think you could weave both of them. I think you could toss a dot, hit both of the tanks with an Aqua Veil and then a Benison, and then get back to the boss just in time for your next cast. If you're fast. If you can, like, go through the party list that way, like, click, throw, back to the, tab back to the boss, and go. I think you can double weave that. Aqua Veil, I don't know when to use it. Like I said, I use it on tank busters. I throw Aqua Veil on tank busters, because that's where I use Tarakol on Sage. Whenever someone's going to take a big tank buster, I'll often just chuck a Tarakol on them as Sage. So I'd probably use Aqua Veil the same place there. Also, I should move these. I should set that up on... Oh, but not all the healers have a single target, as far as I remember. Scholar. Because that's AoE and that's AoE. Yeah, both of his are AoE. And... Astro. That's the bubble. Oh, that is a single target. Okay, so Astro can also do that. Divine Benison recast is equivalent to the Dia length. I know, I don't do 2. That's what I'm saying. That's why I think I could Dia and then protect both tanks during a tank buster and be back on the boss in time to attack him, is because I don't throw Divine Benison at both of them. Like I was saying, I would throw Divine Benison at one and Aqua Veil at the other, is what I would do. So it'd basically be like, select. Oh, wait, no. I just changed that, so I'm getting used to it again. So I would be, like, targeting the boss. I throw my Dia out, and then while it's spinning, it's like select, and then back to the boss for the next attack. Right? So I'm not waiting on the Divine Benison's spin. I'm throwing off 2 instant casts, double weaving them like that, and then going back to the boss for an attack. Divine Benison recast is equivalent to the Dia length. The goal with it would be to use it on recast. Is it 30 second? Yeah, 30 second. Yeah. So like every single time you're doing a Dia, they want you to be throwing a Divine Benison? What if there's nothing that needs a Divine Benison? Because it's a barrier. Like, some of these things I don't understand why people say them, right? We're like, you want to do this on recast, and it's like, but this is niche. Like, do I need to do it on recasts? Like, do I have to throw Divine Benison every time I Dia? Because I know it has the same cooldown and all that, but I guess if I'm putting it on the tank, I suppose it will help. As long as I'm throwing it on the tank, I guess it would help. Just for, like, autos and stuff. Yeah, I don't really think about that, I guess. Yeah. Yeah, I suppose so. I don't know. I often tend to save, like, my shields and my mitigation for moments when we're going to take bigger hits, I guess. Which maybe makes me a terrible healer, and I should be focusing more on just doing it in general, but... I guess I just always think about the big hit. Rather than just the general, like, oh, let me reduce by some minor amount the amount of damage this person. Or throw up to this tiny shield that's only going to protect them from maybe 2 of the boss's autos. I don't think about that too often. It's fine, healing is a lot of choices. Yeah. I came to a conclusion a very, very, very long time ago that, well, not a very, a couple weeks ago, I guess, that, like, Final Fantasy XIV is basically like a school playground at recess or whatever, right? The tanks are beating up the bullies, the healers are like the teachers, and they have to shuffle the DPS around like, okay guys, now let's go over here and do this. It's like the DPS are off playing while the tanks are fighting the bullies and the healers are like shuffling everyone around. So I basically think of myself like a school matron whenever I'm playing healer. Like, yes, I am tagged. Everyone who's number 2, come over here. Let's do this. Oh, did that guy punch you in the face? Here, let me fix that up. Tank, go beat him up for me. The fact that you have 2 allow you to keep 1 when needed and 1 for de-ref. Oh, yeah, that does make sense. The fact that you have 2 charges. You can hold on to 1 for, like, when you desperately need it. It's like, oh shit, here comes the big one, and chuck a Benison out. I'm learning a lot about how to play White Mage today. What was I still working on here? Moria Mizra Extreme, I don't think I've ever done. I may have done it once. Possibly. Don't know. Treasure Dungeon, I can probably find a group to do that at some point. Could do an alliance raid. Don't want to. A trust. I'll do that off stream. You know, Eden's verse, Fulmination, or Fur. I can do one of those. I've done those plenty. Eden verse, Fulmination, or Fur. I never really know how to pronounce that word exactly. Plus, the wait time seems pretty low. Usually use refresh points for doing the easy extremes. Yeah, I'll often do that. And honestly, I probably could today. Because I don't think I'm going to get any better odds than this. I could absolutely just refresh and run those. I probably will for the last one. I'm willing to give this one 5 minutes. Plus, Eden is content that I don't do very often, so if I can get into one of those, that might be fun. I'm willing to give this one about 5 minutes or something, and if it's still not going after 5 minutes, then I'll just refresh a couple times and do it. The easy extremes. Probably Ramu. Eden is very fun. Eden can be very fun. I don't get to play it as often as I like to. Really. I don't get enough time to be like, wow, Eden is super cool or super terrible, because I barely ever get into it when doing roulettes and stuff like that. Oh yeah. While we're waiting for this to pop, I was going to show you guys all the progress I've been making on my island. I'm very close to 16. I think after this week of workshop stuff is done, I'll probably be 16. Probably. Yeah, add in the fact that I've built a new workshop and am upgrading it currently, and I should be 16 after this week. So I upgraded these 2 workshops to level 4. For anyone who doesn't know, level 4, everything on your island just basically starts looking steampunk. I never even looked at the cabin. It has a new one too, doesn't it? Yeah, it does. I never even thought to upgrade the cabin. I need to do that at some point. I was 16 in less than 2 weeks. I'm not willing to do what some other people do. I'm just plain not willing to, like, run around farming tin sand for 10 hours straight. Like, I refuse. I could have been 16 faster, but I refuse to do what's required to do it. Got this to 4. Got that to 4. That's both my granaries to 4. I got this to 4, so my 3 workshops and 2 granaries are already up to 4. Plus, I finally unlocked the new zone, and I'm building the 4th workshop. I haven't settled on a new landmark yet. I'm thinking the garden for my landmark, but I don't have enough stuff for it. The gambling garden. I was 14 in the first or second day. Jesus. Yeah, I'm just not willing to do that. Wait, do I have enough for this already? I have enough for this. I don't think I want to play games with my resources right now, though. Because I'm right in the middle of my workshop working on some stuff, and I don't know if this is going to take me below what I need. Because I need Island Vine for a lot of the stuff I'm doing this week, at least. I think the rest of this is okay. But I need Vine for what I'm doing for the rest of this week. Because I could go with the clock tower and really push the steampunk style, which is kind of interesting. Part of me kind of does want to do the clock tower, but I like the gambling garden, I think, more. I think it'll be a better style for me. You built up plenty of XP. You have 35 minutes to gather after. Oh yeah, because the ones that are going on right now should already be taken care of. I almost don't want to talk to him yet. Doesn't matter. If I make it to 16, I won't make it to 16, but if I do, it doesn't matter. So the ones that are going on right now are the paprika. What's next? Sap Laver. Paprika, Islewort. Okay, I don't have anything left today that needs vine, so I will build the gambling garden as soon as I'm out of here. I'll go ahead and build the gambling garden as soon as I'm done with this. Hello, hello. It's this fight. Ah. What was... Oh, the other one was Fulmination, wasn't it? So that would have been Eden Ramu, I believe. I don't really think about it too much. Like I said, I barely ever see them. Just sit here and throw Medicas while I'm waiting. Oh, hey, that was pretty good timing on that Medica. Whatever. Okay, I don't have the bell. I don't have any Afflatus. That sucks. But whatever. Uh-huh, I did read that one right. Remember that one right. See, like, that's how I'd use a size. Like, the first big hit that hits everyone gets a size. Since I don't have the Aqua Veil, I'll go ahead and just throw a regen on the other tank. Fun fact, the 4th workshop broke the Discord I used for recommendation. Yeah, the 4th workshop's been doing that. For a lot of that stuff. Oh, damn it, I should have waited till he was back to use a size. Oh, shit. I want to take this out, please. Crap, I cleaved someone. Oh, well. What way is this going? Occluded front. Oh, this is pulling them in, though. I want to be here, don't I? Like that. Still no more room to collect all the rare animals. Oh, you don't have enough space for the rare animals? I knew there were new rare animals. I didn't know if there was enough space for one of all of them. Nope. Hey, anime. Just running some Wondrous Tales stuff post finishing the White Mage story quests. Oh boy. That's Ame. Alright, there we go. Little shield for you. There was enough at the start, but now there's too many. Yeah. That makes sense. And they just won't give you more spaces. Oh! Kick! Come on, guys. Look, why were you standing there? He literally telegraphed everything about that for like a minute before he did it. Here we go. It's free Truda. Oh, occluded front. Shit. It's going to knock back. No, here, right? Yeah. Did I just step in that? No, I'm good. Oop, but she tossed me. And speared the crap out of me. What the hell? Alright, let's just... Let's make sure we've got them both covered, and holy crap, dude. I don't remember if this is a hit or not, but I'll just bubble it in case. Yep, that was a hit. Good. Go ahead and massage. Holy shit. Wow, you guys really weren't paying attention there, were you? So 3 people just get murdered. Guys. Oh, wait. Are you supposed to... I honestly don't know. Why is everyone still dead? Whoops. Wait, I want to be close to this because it's a knockback. Why is everyone dead? God damn it. Oh, flag stack. Get the hell out of there. I don't know where that strike is going to hit, honestly. Okay, in front. Good. I'm good. Oh, why did you walk into that? Oh, man. This is a rough run. Oh, yeah, someone needs to stack with you. Yes, Doi, it's an enumeration. Someone needs to stack with you or you get launched. Okay, that's the mistake I made last time. Inferno Howl's just a hit, right? Damn it, I can't target him. Oh well. That's Ame again. Oh, more people are dead. Hit him, hit him, hit him hard. There we go. Much better. Jesus. That was a rough run. There's a lot of dead people. Here, Ame, you can have that. I don't want any of this shit. Get rid of all of it. I don't want any of that. Two commands. Like, me and the other healer were doing fucking work there. Got two commends. Whatever, man. Have a great stream. Stream's almost over, Etnarek. You're not really missing anything. I'm probably going to end the stream pretty soon. I want to set up the gambling garden to go. And then make sure I have enough vine for the rest of the crafts I have this week. And I'll probably run one of the extremes to finish off my Wondrous Tale. And then I'll be done. Huzzah. Deficit 3. Okay, I'm going to be 3 vines short for the rest of this week, so I'm going to need to go grab some real quick. That is... Is this done? Holy crap, this is done. I didn't realize that, but then I was like, wait, the whole building's there. Okay. So I need to upgrade this again, but I don't think I'm going to. I somehow doubt I'll have the resources I need for this one yet. I'll do it off stream at some point. Renovation complete. Oh. Oh, it doesn't really need anything that I desperately... Oh, it needs 15 iron ore, though. I am using iron. What will I run at? A deficit of 1. Okay, I can fix that quickly and easily. There we go. Set those up to go. Like, I just started making the new workshop, like, yesterday or whatever, and I've already pretty much got it to rank 3. I don't have any of the weekly stuff set on the new workshop yet. I probably should. Like, I should probably do it even though the week's already started, but I'll just wait till next week to start the new workshop going. Okay. 3 vine, 1 iron. Easy enough. It's the apple trees that do vine, I believe. And so does the sugar cane, but I guess I should grab some sugar cane. Because I've got a lot of apples, but I may as well. And 1 iron. You really don't need to do a ton of, like, individual gathering once you have stuff set up. Once you have, like, automation going and the granaries are up and running, you don't usually need to do a ton of personal gathering. Sometimes, like, you want to upgrade a building, you might need to go out and get it, but, like, each week I basically get my granaries, I set all my workshops for the week, and then I'll end up with, like, oh, you need to go gather, like, 10 or 12 things, and you'll be set for the week. Okay, that covers the week. Now, do not screw me on this. I need you to put these in 2 very particular places. Come on. For once in your entire existence, don't screw me on this, Chloe. She screwed me. Wonderful. Good job. Striking tree. She screwed me. Best I can get this week is 2. What are you? Oh, a doe. I already have the doe. Or the stag. I have one of them. I have the rare one, whichever one that is. Alright. Back to unrestricted. No. Did I just go to Whirl Eater? I'm stupid. Yeah, I'm not doing this. Screw Leviathan. Even unsynced Leviathan sucks. I'm not doing that. Leviathan constantly makes itself invulnerable and has a bunch of bullshit ring out mechanics. No thanks. Striking tree. Ramu is like the least bullshit of all the ARRs when you're doing it unsynced. He has a couple moments that are a little annoying, but mostly he'll just let you beat the shit out of him. Come on, hit me. Bye-bye. Get assized. Okay. I am good. Everything's going. What am I working on now? Shit, what do I want to work on now? White Mage is done. I still love the aesthetic of Monk, but I don't really enjoy the playstyle. Ninja's okay, but Mudra's one extra thing to keep track of while you're doing everything else. I don't really want to be a Samurai. I'll probably end up being Reaper main there, which is unfortunate because I'd love to be a Monk main, but positionals and juggling your frickin' mantras, no, not mantras, whatever the fuck it's called, your beast gauge, whatever stuff, all that stuff is just kind of annoying on Monk. Maybe I should work on Gunbreaker next. I'm mostly using front lines for Black Mage, I think. So I should make sure to keep up with that. Because it's a way to, like, level Black Mage in, like, the least annoying way possible. Not that front lines is not annoying. I hate PvP, but whatever. Yeah, I think I'll start working on Gunbreaker. I have been wanting to see if I would enjoy Gunbreaker, because I think I'd want, aesthetically, that to be my main tank. But I need to get it to 90 first. I'll start working on Gunbreaker then. Let's go to... which is closer? Gold Saucer's closer. Go in there first. I'm having horrible, horrible luck today with the Wondrous Tales. Let's see if I have any better luck at Gold Saucer. Speaking of, did you at least give me 2, please? No. Screwed me on both ends. Thanks. Like, Chloe just screws me both times. Every time I get 7 as close as I possibly can, and Chloe just says, fuck it, let's throw these stickers anywhere but where you need them on 8 and 9. Every single week, man. How about this triple 10k here? Nope. Already I can't get it. 1, 2, 3 right there, buddy. Oh, great. Freaking wonderful. Very useful. God damn it. Nothing. 7, 8, 9 maybe? Nope, nothing. Great. Do I have any cards? Nope. Not this week. Okay, there should actually be an event going on right now. Although I think I have like a minute or less to get to it. Nope, it's already started. Okay. Never mind then. I'm out. Idleshire. What am I still wearing here? God. What do I have that would actually work for a gunbreak or anything? Not really. Hey, there you go. Squall's outfit. Perfect. Oh man, it's been a while since I played Gunbreaker. I think it was the last time I was messing around with Boja, which was a while ago. Alright, Chloe, take your stupid journal. Completely screwed me this week again, Chloe. I should probably take the MGP Gold card. I do have enough room for these Tomestones of Comedy, but they're easy to max out each week with just running hunt trains off stream. And this cannot exceed the weekly limit. That is the dumbest part about this. They won't let you take the 50 from Wondrous Tales on top of the weekly limit that you get from, like, doing duties and stuff. This is counted in the weekly limit. Which means if I waste my time taking these for Wondrous Tales, that's, oh, great. 5 less A-rank hunts I need to do. Who gives a shit? I'll still probably have to run just as many hunt trains to get my week capped. I'll just only have to run like half of the last hunt train. Who cares? Right? I'd rather get some more MGP and just use hunts to max this out. Because I'm going to have to run the same number of trains either way, probably. Huzzah. Didn't even max it out. I think that was it for this week. Yeah, that was my one for this week. Okay. What's left? Hunt trains, off stream. Did the cactpot. Still need to do the savages to unlock the ultimates, but that's all probably just going to be like unsynced off stream. Black Mage and Frontlines, off stream. It's boring as shit, and I always get angry at PvP anyway. I don't want to stream that. I think I'm good. Plus, we're at about 3.5 hours of streaming today. I think that's good. That is where we were going to leave it for the day, guys. Let me pop over to Twitch. Let's find a place to raid. Boom, 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 boom. The rest of this week is a little bit in the air. Like, I still do plan to stream on Saturday or Sunday. I don't plan to do both. But I do plan to stream either Saturday or Sunday, probably around 3 p.m. Pacific. But again, a lot of this is based on my statics, and both of my statics are kind of up in the air, and no one's really working to, like, solidify times and who's still going or anything like that. So I don't know what to tell you guys exactly. There will be one more stream this week. There will definitely be one more stream this week. It will be on Saturday or Sunday, and it'll most likely be around 3 p.m. Pacific. If my statics aren't doing anything those days, then I'll come up with something else to do myself. Let's see. Tears of the Kingdom. There's DJ stuff going on in 14. Destiny. MSQ stuff. Genshin Impact stuff. Breath of the Wild. Interesting. Oh, Retro Ice is doing Final Fantasy VII? That's kind of nice. Let's see who else is going, what they're doing. No, Terraria. J-Lock's doing Terraria, huh? Interesting. World of Warcraft. Alexis is doing Borderlands. That's usually fun. Maybe I will check out Retro Ice doing some Final Fantasy VII. That's pretty nice. Let's see where they're at, though. And they've already been going a couple hours, so we'll see. Oh, Cosmo Canyon. Yeah. You know what? Let's do that. We're gonna go ahead and head over to Retro Ice Bunny today. Playing some old school Final Fantasy VII. That's where we're going, if anyone gets left behind by Twitch. Always love me some old school Final Fantasy VII, and the fact that Retro Ice is in Cosmo. Retro Ice just left Cosmo Canyon. Oh well. I was gonna say, it's great music, so definitely always fun to be there, but Retro Ice Bunny just left Cosmo Canyon. Anyway, like I said, I will see you guys one more time this weekend, Saturday or Sunday around 3 p.m. Pacific. I don't know what I'm going to be doing those days, that day, because only one more stream this week. Maybe raid. If not, maybe I'll be doing another class up to 80, because like I said, I've got basically all of my jobs up to 80, and I have a bunch of them that I haven't finished those last like 60 to 70 and 80 quests for. So maybe it'll be more of that. We'll see. Maybe Gunbreaker. Who knows? Anyway, I will see you guys in a few days. Thanks for hanging out with me today, everyone. And thanks, Etnarek again, who's already gone, I think, for the resub today. Later, guys.